Brooks.
What are you,
Are you molesting that cat, man?
Like,
Like,
just won't shut up. Just give me 1 second.
I know it's weird because I know Dead Air's bad on podcasts. I just want to listen to what, like, because I can't hear it now. Has he killed it?
Just telling him to go away. I just got home and he's just like extra frisky and happy to see me or something. I don't know.
Oh, frisky is he?
Yep.
okay, one of mine's been really frisky the last 2 days, so I understand.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Lord.
Anyway, we are live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're back for another week. Back on the usual day, whatever day it is. Is it Monday? It's Monday.
It is Monday.
On Monday.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's Monday.
With some things that have occurred, principally, well, actually, no, nothing's really occurred, but Supergirl continues to get significantly worse, which is very entertaining. I know the story here is that it's past 100 million worldwide. Wasn't it revised down again? So like it broke 100 million, then revised down below 100 million again. It seems to be really struggling to hit that number.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to remember what I called last week. I think I said it was going to drop 73%.
Yeah, how have your predictions
really
been?
close.
How have your predictions been with this thing overall? Like, were you keeping track of it from the beginning?
Not really, but
A lot
like
been a
we
bit
knew it was gonna
harder than
bomb,
I
but-
expected.
We did some, like a few weeks or months back. I don't even know what it was. We basically had some box office predictions. It was probably for Doomsday, but I wonder if we ever talked about this and what we said back then, because I don't think any of us anticipating it like just dropping off the planet like this.
I think most of us agreed that it would struggle to hit
Absolutely.
200 to 250 million in general.
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
That's where we all kind of settled.
Yeah, I don't think I wrote down what the predictions were. So
Yeah.
I remember it was like the main overarching one is like what's going to perform best and worst out of whatever the big movies, like Mando, Grogu, Supergirl, and there was something else. I can't remember what the other thing was. And I say predicting Mando and Grogu will. Well, it was funny because it was like, yeah, Supergirl will perform worse than Mando and Grogu. Mando and Grogu comes out and does terribly, and I'm thinking, oh shit, really? Have my like is my predictive ability? No, never mind. Supergirl is worse. I'm saved.
So this is even worse than that.
74%.
Wow.
I mean, it's so awful. Yeah, I mean, like really, Mando and Grogu at least made it's like 300 and something million, I think, at the box office, which is still tiny.
Yeah,
But,
that's what's insane is both of those movies, like we predicted Mando and Grogu would make more than Supergirl, but both underperformed so poorly. It's way worse for both films than we predicted.
Yeah,
So they both underperformed in their own aspects. I mean, Supergirl is just terrible with 100 million, even though it has like a smaller budget than Mando and Grogu. But I mean, legitimately, it's not even in the top 3 for a second week. Like, that is really, really bad.
it never
it's
hit top spots
fourth.
because it like came out roughly the same time as Toy Story 5. I'm actually not sure this was cheaper than Mando and Grogu. Weren't they both like 170-ish million, or was Mando 250?
The
I
updated
thought Mando
budget
was
for
200.
the updated budget for Supergirl is 186 million.
Yeah, this still
Mando and
seems pretty
Grogu's
cheap.
reported budget is 166. That movie cost less nominally than Supergirl.
Oh wow, I thought it
but-
cost way more.
Yeah, no, because they were making a big deal about how cheap it was. So this is the same thing with Supergirl. This is a low cost, low expenses movie now. So like it's going to be easier for us to make money. Good luck with that. Not quite. So only obviously these budgets are actually in reality significantly higher than that, and Supergirl's is going up faster than its box office is, which is quite funny. So 74% drop from its opening weekend, 74% drop from a really, really high base. You can kind of understand. 74% drop from nobody going to see it in the first place is quite impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Considering it didn't even hit
Yeah.
double-digit million, just 9.6, not even 10.
It's the type of flop that people. It's the type of flop that people who don't even pay attention to this type of thing are gonna notice. It's actually, it's embarrassing. It's a black eye on the future of superhero films. Like I think this might be it. I think something like this is gonna affect even beyond DC. Just the
That's,
trend of people not giving a shit and not even showing up anymore.
That's so this is having like some rumored blowback within the industry because now people like directors and filmmakers are skeptical about working with WB in general because of how poor their box office performance has been with these superhero films as of late.
Which is one of the reasons the budgets are going up as well, is that, back in the day when Marvel was making ridiculous amounts of money, people would, take relatively low wages because the good it would do for their careers was great. Whereas now you've got the opposite problem. Superhero movies are pretty unpopular.
Right.
And so stars demand a huge amount more money. Robert Downey Jr. being the best at that was like $100 million salary or whatever he's getting for that. And DC's just never had a good film. So why would anybody want to go and work with this?
Yeah.
Well, it's just especially in recent years, but they have had good projects. Like the Batman has its problems, but you pair that with the Penguin, and it's almost a great film, just in terms of like, you know what I mean? How much the Penguin elevates it, and those two together, like
to the rule.
Yeah,
exactly.
I feel like
still only two projects, the Penguin and the Batman.
There's a reason those get brought up on almost every stream because, like, hello, like that is a perfect base to work with. People were interested and wanted to see more. That's all you can ask for with your fan base. That's the same place they were with Batman Begins. They weren't blown away, but they were interested and wanted to see more. And look what it led to.
Yeah,
and
but I think that's all just because of Batman's quality, like Batman as a hero. Because the only time a solo Batman franchise hasn't worked is when it was in the hands of Joel Schumacher in like the late 90s. Otherwise, they all are pretty classic and everyone enjoys them. So Batman's just an outlier.
Yeah, he definitely is. He's one of the superheroes that has the most casual appeal by far. What's going on here? We're just overrun by cats. This stream.
I told you, mine's kind of frisky.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, Batman is again.
Batman is awesome. How many people I think we've talked about this. How like we love DC strictly because of like our main love for DC is Batman. Everyone else can just like where Marvel there's many different characters that people adore.
Phone Booth is a really underrated movie.
Yeah, Phone Booth is a great movie
with Colin Farrell.
Yep.
I remember that being good, like in terms of not blowing wasting its premise immediately.
Yeah, somehow it made an hour-and-a-half movie out of Phone Booth location.
Phone Booth.
Pretty impressive.
Probably felt like it went faster than this film did too. I mean, it's just everything about this slow, boring, tedious, quite remarkable. And I don't know how many people have read this story, but it always goes well, right, when you start getting all the insiders talking about how it's none of their fault and it's always somebody else's. That always is the sign of a successful film studio. So from what I remember from this story is the basic thing is that they had been focus testing this. I think there's 4 different cuts were shown to audiences and like 4 different endings were shown to audiences. None of them were working. Then the studio and James Gunn decided we're going to parallel display our own version of this film. So not the one the director wanted, our version of the film, which actually pulled worse than the one that the director wanted because, James Gunn. I think eventually, I think they went with the Gunn cut in the end, or a version of the Gunn cut in the end. And then, of course, you had all the story about that, 45 songs for the needle drop. And then James Gunn came and said, we'll use Jimmy Eat World. Actually, he said that after he said, we'll use Girls Just Want to Have Fun. I think I found the version he was going to use as well. So that's going in my video. It sounds exactly the same as the song they actually used because it's that genre of female song.
What a stupid decision, man.
Yeah, I was because I edited Niat's Supergirl video, and I noticed going through the film there that there's multiple instances where I don't know whether the editor was on fucking cocaine or something like that, but like for example, the scene where Ruthie's father and mother get murdered by Krem, right? So when he drops down to the ground, when the father drops dead, you see the camera pans in and the body's falling. Then the camera cuts to a different take, and then he hits the ground.
Yeah,
and there's a whole bunch of these littered throughout the film. Like you can see it in the final needle drop fight as well, where they've molded 2 cuts together, but the editor is too inexperienced to understand how to make them flow. And actually work. It was appalling.
A ton of the fight scenes are terribly edited in this movie. Like, horrendous. The one where she's on the platform and then she's swinging the thing around that they made a clip of. That one is just absolutely horrendous editing. And it affects the pacing as well. So, it's just the accumulation of all these issues in addition to the script. And it just leaves you with this absolutely lackluster, and I think bland is one of the best words to attribute to this movie
Agreed.
because there's absolutely no life or nothing unique. You know, the space worlds, they all feel the same. All the
Yes.
aliens feel the same. Nothing
Yeah.
differentiates a planet from another one. Like
You-
legitimately nothing.
You could forget you're in space in this movie, other than
Yep.
the aliens walking around. Like it's actually terrible, and it's not just the fight scenes that are poorly edited. The entire movie was like going from the scene where she's in the kitchen watching her family die to just cutting to her being at the grave, and we have no idea why she didn't get captured or how she even got there, why she's dressed like a ninja and has a sword. Like you just have to skip all that, you know. And then suddenly she's at the bar. It's crazy. I don't know. That movie
You know-
is
Yeah, like
terrible in so many ways.
Go ahead, Reaper.
I was just say, like the uninspired point where everywhere looks the same. Like, what's very weird is Superman has a fortress of solitude, which is made out of crystals and like robots. Yet we don't see any of that in Metropolis. It just looks like on Krypton.
Yeah.
Like Krypton just
Fair
looks like
point.
Metropolis.
Yeah.
Like, why does this crystalline structure look nothing like his homeworld?
So I read the comic book for this, which it's okay. I mean, it's nothing. Just watch True Grit instead, really. It's just a True Grit ripoff. But so there's 3 worlds that we see in the movie, and yeah, they all look exactly the same. And then you look at what the worlds look like in the comic book, and like the final planet where the fight goes down and the ship crashes and everything. That's supposed to be like this weird kind of like alien orange color and everything. There's supposed to be a green sun and like alien dinosaurs walking around and everything. I'm kind of like baffled at how like nobody decided to look at this fucking Anna Aguera woman and like, hey bitch, like what are you doing? Like serious. I'm like words I can't even fathom. Just I'm confused. I really, because at least James Gunn, he might use the same formula, but the benefit he has is at least he tries to make things look at least a little bit visually interesting. He likes to take advantage of color at the very least. And I'm looking at this, I'm like, what are we even doing? What was the point? Someone like multiple people really looked at this movie and were like, yep, that it's gonna cook. It's cooking.
Yeah.
And I looked up that the cinematographer for this film did Mission Impossible Fallout. He did
Impossible.
Annihilation. He did Civil War, both the Alex Garland ones. He did something else that I remember thinking that's not like whatever else you can say about the film. It's not a bad looking one. He did Ex Machina. So he did a lot of Alex Garland stuff. That's the cinematographer for Supergirl. Like,
Wow.
but it just what happened? What went wrong? Why is none of the why didn't you not give a shit?
Well, how much control did he have in Ex Machina versus this? It's one of those things, just like with the writers and directors, we have to ask whether or not there is like
At this point, it's just
interference.
direction. Yeah.
But how do you go from Ex Machina to something like I couldn't praise anything in terms of the cinematography in this movie. It's just bland, boring.
It's the direction,
nonsense.
you know.
Yeah.
You know, if the director knows what they want, then of course it'll be easier to convey that to the cinematographer. But then if it's up to the cinematographer to do every single ounce of the work, then you know he's not getting. He won't get the vision, so you just have to lay out flat shots. And also, they lay out flat shots because it's easier for CGI and stuff like
Yes.
that.
Mhm.
So
That's a big thing with like as soon as you get to the final world in Supergirl, it's like okay, this is the final battle world because it's fucking empty. It's just the Flash again.
yeah, and I'm telling you, man, it feels as if their gaffer was on vacation. There's so many badly lit scenes. It's so baffling how like just tiny mistakes like this, and those are just normal technical mistakes, so badly lit. I don't even understand how this could have gone through the process of test screenings, could have been approved by the producers, and then just saying, yeah, we can ship this out. Honestly, they should have just done a tax write-off, you know,
Yep,
like
like
kind of like they
Batgirl.
did with the
Yep.
Batgirl.
They
Exactly.
should have
And
been
that was one
Batgirl.
of the interesting
This should
stories.
have been a
This
tax
was
write-off.
testing very much like Batgirl tested, and they cancelled that and they released this, even though from the perspective of test audiences, they were as bad as each other. So
Did Batgirl come out after the Batman or before it? Like it was supposed to come out.
It was
That's a
supposed to
good-
come out like 2023 or 2024, one of those.
So
Yeah, because they think they went, we've got the Batman. Even though it's not a great movie, people like it. This will kill all momentum. Whereas
Yeah.
Superman's dog shit. So Supergirl ain't gonna make any difference to Superman 2.
So you're saying they had quality control back in the day?
Back then. Yeah, because if they came out after the Batman, like you're saying, then that was just a horrible idea. We gotta can that. But James Gunn, like we're all discussing, basically, like this movie has no redeemable qualities, and we all knew it was gonna fail. Why'd you make it?
Well, Laszlo was trying to beef up Warner Brothers' portfolio. He was trying to sell it to Paramount, so he went, this will hurt the stock of the company. Whereas now that he sold it, we can make Supergirls because it's already been bought. We can tank Warner Brothers' credibility. Who gives a shit? And James Gunn they went to a committee, and James Gunn went, do I approve? Which cut do I approve? Yours or mine? Let me have a think. Mine. that was the entire committee. That's the people who chose it. It was just him going, I pick myself. I win again.
Yeah. Because one of the major differences apparently was that in the director's cut of the movie, you had quite a lot more of the villain. And in the James Gunn cut, you had virtually none of the villain. And that's the cut we got. And like, there are many undercooked things about this film. The villain is one of the most undercooked things about it. So the director thought, now we need to do some more work with him because, he needs to be understood. And James Gunn said, no, we don't though. So that was a really good decision all around.
But then Supergirl saves him. Like the ninja with a sword, it goes to stab him in the back, and she's like, no, leave Jeffrey Epstein alone. And she comes in and saves, and then he kills the African family along with the daughter.
Yeah, and then after he's done that, and after, because everybody knows, this guy's shtick is he goes around the galaxy kidnapping young girls and forcibly breeding them, and then presumably murdering them after they're useless. And then Supergirl's like, no, if you take revenge against Rape Hitler, it will stay with you for the rest of your life. It's like, good. I'll do it. I want to kill Hitler, actually. That's a good thing.
It's definitely one of the weakest revenge bad moments I've ever seen, because there's just no justification for it whatsoever. And it's just like makes her entire character and story redundant. And I love how nobody wants to address that little girl by her name. Everyone just calls her the Hobbit or the fucking little ninja girl or whatever.
Ruthie, there you go.
Don't even put it in my head.
In my review script, she's just called Brick. So
yeah,
that's how she's known to me.
I've refused to say her name. I didn't even know what it was until Vex just said it. I've just said, don't put that in my brain. It's a terrible character.
Doesn't Supergirl get roofied in this? Don't they attempt to roofie
her? She does.
Yes.
Yeah, they drug her, and then she drinks milk. Earth milk.
Like her name's Roofie, and Supergirl almost gets roofied. I'm just saying there's a lot of kind of rapey kind of things in this film.
But there's a whole bunch of them across James Gunn's entire DCU's full of it. It's like Superman's dad wants to rape everyone. Villain in Supergirl wants to rape everyone. I'm sure there's something in Peacemaker where somebody gets...
There's some of that, yeah.
Yeah.
And his wife gets cucked. Or he gets cucked.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, they go to... Oh, yeah, they go to Nazi planet, and then it's funny because in the liberal world, they break into Peacemaker's house and don't respect his rights. But when they flee to Nazi planet, the Nazis can't go in the house because, hey, he's got a right, you need a warrant. So they respect property rights and people's privacy in the Nazi planet.
It's so funny. So, Zack Snyder's the one who's known to be cartoonishly edgy, but there's way less rape in his DCU.
Yeah,
I don't think there's any rape in his DCU. Yeah.
Well, apart from the rape of the DCU, but yeah, there's no need.
Yeah, he Snyder does genocide and Gunn does rape. That's pretty much what we're noticing here.
It's like Starsky and Hutch, rape and genocide.
The rape subplot in Man of Tomorrow is going to be now, because there's got to be one.
Yeah, there's honestly going to be something to keep a note of for now. Just see this pattern continue.
If in one of the comics, doesn't Lex Luthor use Superman and his own DNA to make a boy? It's like Superboy. I think that's one version of him. He has two dads. So he'll probably take
Wasn't
Clark's
that basically
DNA.
a plot in Superman?
He does have a clone of Superman.
Yeah, that's immediately made me
there's two. There's Bizarro, who's a retard, and then there's Superboy, which is half Lex Luthor and half Superman.
He has a kid with Superman.
He might steal a semen. Yeah, he kind of so he might wank him off with kryptonite.
DC's never been lacking in rape. Zack Snyder said that in his movies, Batman could be raped. And then in Joker 2, Joker was raped.
That's true. Yeah, that is true. Wait, that Joker was under James Gunn though, so or his leadership.
No, that was the Todd Phillips rape.
In.
Todd Phillips raped that one.
It might have come out while Gunn, like just after. No, because was that before or after Gunn had taken over? Obviously, the movie.
It was
way into
2024. It was
production.
after. The movie was already done, but like Gunn was in charge of DC when it came out.
Yeah.
Oh
Can't forget that one.
Oh yeah.
2 years, November 1st, 2022 is when Gunn came in. So he had a whole year to look at the rape scene and go, "Yep."
How many rapes have there been in the entire MCU? I'm trying to think. Has there even been one?
I don't think so. I think that if there was, we would know what it was immediately.
Yeah.
It'd be one of the things we can
Only
raped a
when
guy?
Wanda
Not sure.
mind raped people.
But no, he's asking about
true.
Marvel. Oh, mind rape. There's all sorts of mind rape.
In
with
one
Wanda.
division accounts for like the whole village's worth of rape, so there is that. But then
You know what?
we'll never know what she sacrificed.
Wanda
for
might
them.
have the entire DC eclipse just with WandaVision alone in terms of what that woman did. You know, yeah, that's the one.
But didn't Wonder Woman rape a guy literally?
Yeah, she's an
she
actual
did.
rapist. But
Yeah.
if we're quantifying mind rape, it is still pretty rough.
But that
Like, what
guy
she
was
did
a
to those
meat
kids.
puppet, so she mined and physically raped him because he was possessed by a ghost.
Yeah,
True.
Actually, yeah, that is true.
So she did both. She has 2 counts of rape.
Yeah, she's the queen. Okay, she is the rape queen for sure. Wonder Woman. Wanda has to take us to second place. That's
You were
so
born
messed
in
up,
rape.
man.
I was molded by rape.
Oh my god. Just the fact that there's enough of them to have a discussion about it. Like, what a mess up.
I'm forming a team of just rapists.
Perfect. Oh,
Did
shit.
you guys check out in the BSUP chat when I had sent who the runner-ups for Supergirl were?
Yep.
No, I think I missed that.
Dude. So second person was Meg Donnelly, who had already voiced Supergirl in some animated DC stuff. And I mean, I don't know, man. I think that she looks so good in terms of portraying Supergirl in comparison to Millie Alcock.
I was just gonna say though, Millie, she's not the problem with this movie though. This movie, like, she
But
tried her
still,
best. I really
just
wasn't.
don't think she
I
has
don't think
enough
she's the one to
charisma,
blame.
man.
But that's what I
she
mean. I
doesn't-
don't think there's someone on the
I
planet
don't
that has
think- I
enough
don't think
charisma to save this movie.
I don't think
she's.
she's to blame, like, for
Yeah.
the box office. However, I don't think that she has charisma. She has more charisma than the other kid that's with her on screen. And that one,
Oh, that kid is
Plank
like,
of wood.
the ultimate plank.
For
She's-
sure.
she
Yeah,
never
they actually have an interview with those two where they say when they tested opposite each other, it was like the chemistry was just right there. Like, what? What?
This is one of the best examples of a lack of chemistry with those two. Like, they couldn't even try to do something. I just felt like they had the same argument 3 times in a row, and it was redundant and annoying.
What was that weird scene where Supergirl goes to the bathroom and she's just sitting there watching her pee?
She doesn't
What?
close the door.
Well, she
lock
goes.
like that.
She goes and takes a
yeah.
piss with the door open, then falls asleep. But Ruthie's in there because she invited
Watching.
herself in.
None of it
watching
works.
and listening.
None of it works. You got someone at the door in your house. You're not just like,
But it's
Oh, man,
supposed to
all
be
the humor.
funny. But it's like it's the kind of thing you can maybe get away with in your second movie. I think the first movie, especially with a character that nobody knows anything about, that you have to actually give us a reason to like and admire and even kind of like sort of fall in love with the character before you start doing like the deconstructive. She's a drunk, depressed, miserable harlot, Catwoman, or Dogwoman in this case.
oh my god! Imagine the Iron Man scene was reversed. We got to see him at the
Yep.
casino, and he was an asshole before actually seeing his personality in the Humvee van.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a very simple concept. You need to give us the characterization that we need to be on board with these other elements of
Yeah.
their personality.
You skip all of Iron Man 1 and you begin the MCU with him pissing himself in Iron Man 2. And I think
Boom.
some of the same problems would be evidenced. Not all the same problems, because that movie's not great, but better than this one. But it's the same basic premise. And people are also bored of seeing women in these roles as well. It's like, yeah, okay, get it. Any expectation of standards for women is sexist, fine. But this is producing awful characters, so maybe we should have more standards back again, please.
I mean, as I said last week, they did this concept better in Hancock, and that was in what, like 2008, 2009 with Will Smith. And I mean, I don't know, man. It doesn't seem this hard to do.
Well,
every aspect was terrible.
Every aspect of this movie has a different movie that did it better, from Hancock to True Grit, which is what I'm going to be focusing on. And I think it stands out in a way that's frustrating because they didn't do anything with with basically something that we knew was doomed from the very beginning. It's just strange. We all knew it was going to be shit, but I wasn't expecting it to be this worthless. Like, I'm not even trying to insult it. It's actually worthless. I can't think of a redeemable moment in the entire film.
Well, the best bit about it is the flashbacks to Krypton, and that is like profoundly broken in every conceivable way, but it's still the best bit about the movie. And I was just sitting there watching all of that and thinking, what we probably needed for Supergirl actually was that origin story. Rather than flying around shooting lasers, actually set this way back on Krypton, display the fall of Krypton, let Millie Alcock sort of find her feet not being a superhero, but actually doing what we already know she can do, which is, a character actor. And then by the time of your second Supergirl movie, like if you want to introduce her as this character, then at least you can say, I know why she's like this, because I've seen the fall of her entire planet. I've grew up with her, came to know and love all the characters she knows and loves, and now they're all dead. So I can understand now why she is the mess that she is. But relegating that to like 10 minutes of a flashback in the middle just doesn't do it. It's the most interesting bit, but it still fucking doesn't work.
She couldn't be punk rock if you did that, though. That's like the priority. Like, that's all great.
Has its own version of punk rock. They must have some kind of shit music.
Yeah, you stole the villain from Guardians 2 and the plot of Guardians 3.
Oh, yeah. Face. What about him?
But you forget about Crypto, that's for sure.
Oh, Crypto. Crypto. Yeah, this movie forgets about him, and I hope he's never on ever again.
Like, even she doesn't care. Like, she goes to get popcorn and slushy.
Yeah.
Like, she's just
later she beats the shit out of a bunch of people and then says, I'm in a rush because my dog's dying. I don't have time for patience. It's like 2 seconds ago you were eating shit popcorn.
They have to remind us every single time because we can't get it from her expressions. A good character could have shown this without having a single line reminding us about that this is for the dog, because we would be like, John Wick doesn't have to talk about his dog throughout the entire fucking movie. We know why he's shooting these guys up.
Literally zero urgency whatsoever, man. I was so disappointed because I was like, oh, okay, all right, they're at least setting up something. They're at least trying to put something in movement, because it's a short run time. Maybe this is a way to make it go faster, but no, nothing. You'd never look at the urgency with the actress, like with the character, you're just there, like, all right, cool. It's just passing by. Crypto is there. You even forget about Crypto when you're 45 minutes through the movie. And then it just pops up at the end, and they're like, oh, yeah, I remember what we're doing this for. Yeah. And even then, just the way that it starts, the reason as to why Crypto is even poisoned is just so fucking stupid.
So dumb.
It's like, what do you mean you're not just going to kill the dog? It's like, what? It's just so stupid, man. It's like, yeah, all right, I've killed this girl's innocent family, but when it comes to this random motherfucker's dog that I just want to steal, let me put a 3-day acting agent.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, that's
man?
some James Bond shit.
Stupid.
Like, it's some James Bond villain shit where it's like, let's give him a chance to escape. It doesn't make any sense. So I can never get a sense of what the fuck Cream wanted throughout this whole movie.
Well,
he's such a worthless villain.
Sorry, we already know that there's a giant plot hole where she could just take the dog onto the bus and go to a yellow sun and is cured. The yellow sun cured her of kryptonite, which is even more poisonous.
Yeah, they tried to say no, like if you move him, the poison acts faster, but it's like that's not how that works. And the yellow sun's literally a 5-minute bus ride away. I think you'll be fine. You don't have a clue where Krem is.
That's the thing. She knows the bus is taking her to a yellow sun. Like, this is all knowledge she possesses, and she's like, no, I have to leave him with some alien I just met. It's like, what one of the alien sells into Koreans while you're gone? You don't know this person.
That's so
fucking stupid.
I don't know how many times in this movie too, where like someone can kill what they would normally kill and just don't. Like when the little girl's about to kill Krem or whatever his stupid fucking name is. Supergirl tackles the little girl instead of just tackling the bad guy who she plans on killing and does eventually kill. And
or shooting him with the laser eyes that we know she's got back because she's been using them in the entire fucking fight.
Oh, for fuck's sakes! Yeah.
By the way, the laser eyes look terrible.
Oh,
I
they're
mean,
so bad.
I don't know if they like. I don't think they had someone to light red light on set or something like that. But there was only one instance in the movie where her laser eyes actually looked good in like a 2-second shot. If not, the CGI god awful, man. Like, I don't know why they keep rushing these, Blue Beetle level, Morbius type level movies out.
Yeah.
But like, it's 2026 and you've just reset your world. You can calm down and legitimately cook up a good script.
I thought that's what this was. I thought that was the whole point of this. You know what I mean? I thought this was him saying, "Okay, guys, I got this." No, it's the same
so weird,
shit.
man.
It's crazy. It's actually insane because I said about Superman. It's like were you living in a cave for the last 20 years during all the MCU rise and fall, and it just feels like this guy has learned nothing from everything.
In there like 2023, 2025 weird ass Venom 3, those type of movies that were making jack shit at the box office, but they kept being blamed on COVID. It's like, I don't even understand how we get these level quality of movies anymore. Just use them as tax write-offs.
His original plan was it called Gods and Monsters, and it was Superman, then the Authority. I think it was the Authority first, which and then there was like Game of Thrones, but on Themyscira with Wonder Woman's people. There was going to be Booster Gold with an Indian. Amanda. It was going to be Waller, the Amanda Waller show, which ended up getting folded into Peacemaker season 2 or 3. Like, the actual plan he had is a disaster. He was going to do the Brave and the Bold. I don't even know that's going to happen. They might just merge, if he's even here in a few years, they might just merge the Batman into the DC universe to try and save it.
That would be the sensible thing for them to do, but James Gunn will probably try and get his Batman. So, like, obviously he's rushed Man of Tomorrow because he knows that he doesn't have much time left. So we've got Clayface next, then it's Man of Tomorrow, I think, which is now much earlier next year. And I'm sure he will try and push like a Batman thing. So at least he can then say, "Oh no, my Batman's in the DC universe. You can't have a different Batman now," because he's that kind of little bitch. I can see him doing that.
Yep.
Is at the Batman the Brave and the Bold says dynamic duo is something he's trying as well. What the fuck is that?
But how are we gonna do this when we still have people like the Batman and the Penguin is too fresh in people's mind just to break out and have an entirely new Batman? It's strange.
It's even worse. Sorry, Dynamic Duo is set for theatrical release in 2028, and it follows Dick Grayson and Jason Todd.
I'm not sure I know who either of those people are.
Neither do I. No,
they're the Robins.
They're Robins.
Both of them.
Oh.
So why are we getting 2 Robins before
doesn't Batman go through one? I thought he went through one Robin at a time. That was his thing. He didn't really get 2.
Like Pokemon, he collects them all.
Well, are we going to talk about the damage that this movie did to Superman, even just in the couple scenes that he was in? Like,
it makes him retarded.
Yeah, his portrayal is just downright insulting at this point. Like, I'm not sure why they're trying to make him such a man-child.
Well, because I said before, he can't do sincerity. He thinks optimism is naivety. Like, he thinks like that actual, like, being a traditional superhero is actually for retards. Which is why
we wear these colors so they know we're good. Like, what? That's some like Barney, like that wouldn't work on 3-year-olds. I would have rolled my eyes at that if I was like 3.5. Like, I just don't think I know exactly what you're saying. He just doesn't understand.
Because Homelander wears red, white, and blue. He's not a good person. It doesn't. Colors don't mean anything. It's stupid, man. It's not just that. It's he spent time with robots and stuff. And he doesn't know Kryptonian. How does he not know? Like, it's ridiculous. Like, Superman, this is the problem. Superman is a man. In this one, he acts like a teenager, a child. Yeah. He's supposed to be like the Ubermensch.
The Homelander comparison really, really works well because, the character fell to shit, but we can still, praise the performance. And they both have the same, like a very similar suit. But Homelander's portrayal in character, especially in season 1, or particularly in season 1, is so much more appealing. There's so much more you can do with it. Even though he's in that suit, you still make him terrifying. Like, I'll always go back to that laser scene when he just fucks up the terrorists. It's awesome. But with this, there's just nothing here. It's almost feels like it's being written by a child. And I know James Gunn, as much as I'm roasting him, he's more talented than this. Like, I don't know what he's thinking. He's just destroying his legacy with this, in my opinion.
Plus, like Superman's colors, like half of it comes from his parents because I think his mother makes him the first suit, and then the cape he wears is the cape he was wrapped up in when he went to Earth.
Yeah.
So it's like a mixture of both parents have the insight into his costume.
But there's lore there that you can work with that makes it so, like, no matter how goofy and strange it looks to the casual audience, at least there's a story behind it. And if there's a story, that's all that matters. And they don't even really do that. They can't even get that part right. They've butchered this man.
Hasn't DC got the Marvel problem now where directors don't want to go near it because they know it's a shit show?
Probably.
It's hard to say though, because James Gunn keeps picking directors who should not be working, frankly. But it's not like people have even given him he's not seemingly turning a bunch of people down. He's just picking people who've already worked on stuff that he knows, which is terrible, and he's giving them the job. So I was just looking up the Brave and the Bold stuff, because I know there were rumors that they'd cast a Batman for it now, which I think is it Tom Brayton? I don't know who he is, but he's in. But I was like, there is a director and a writer attached to that movie. The director is Anthony Muschietti, who did The Flash, and the writer is Christina Hodson, who did The Flash. So he's given the Batman movie to the writer and director of The Flash. So I don't know if that's because there's nobody else available, or if he just has terrible taste. And I think it's terrible taste.
What if the chick who wrote The Penguin? Why isn't she in control of all of this? The idea that there's no one available when Lauren LaFranc, that's her name. I think that show is fantastic. Like, honestly, 10 times better than anything that he's done so far. I think she should be in charge of pretty much the entire this entire new set of films that are supposed to be released. She should be on the forefront of it. And it seems like she's not getting any work since The Penguin. I don't get it.
It might be a case of just it's not so much we need good writers, it's just who's willing to bend to Gunn's will sort of deal. It might be one of those situations, because he did micromanage Supergirl quite a bit.
Which goes to the contrary of what he said in the DC, setup video, where it's like, oh yeah, every single one of these movies is going to be by a different director, giving us their own flavor, giving us their own style. Fuck no, he lied.
How'd that work out for Marvel when they weren't even comparing notes? So the continuity just completely fell apart. Every single movie made up their own thing and just didn't watch the last one.
Same like when I sent the clip of him saying, oh yeah, we're going to turn Tom King Supergirl into an epic, sci-fi movie. And it's like, that was a fucking lie as well. So, yep. James Gunn is a liar, ladies and gentlemen. His DCU is not going to last long, in my opinion. But Peter Safran said that they're backing him up. So long-term strategy, my fucking ass. I'm just saying.
Wouldn't you agree that it's already done, just in terms of public enthusiasm? If they make a next movie after this and it breaks even or makes some money, it's fine. But you're never gonna have what the MCU had in its prime. It's just
I think no one is gonna be able to have what the MCU had in its prime. Because superhero movies as a genre just needs to take a step back for maybe 5-6 years, not a ton of time, maybe just 5 years, but no superhero movies whatsoever, just for 5 years, because people are mostly fatigued of the these interconnected universes. That's what a lot of people are fatigued by. So if it's just normal superhero movies that are one-offs, I think it's gonna be okay. But since they want to keep doing these huge interconnected things where they want to have that one big $2 billion movie like the Avengers at the end of its tether, that I think is where the issue is lying at this point.
Well, the biggest blunder was putting him on TV, because now, to watch Thunderbolts, I have to watch fucking Captain America and Winter Soldier. And it used to be all the movies were in one place. You just go to the cinema, watch Iron Man, then you watch Black Panther.
Watch the next
one. Everyone would go to the same place, but the more steps you add, you have to watch this to get that, that you lose half your audience with each extra step.
And the worst part about it is when they go through that step, it's not even worth it. It just makes it even more confusing. No. You have that experience once and you're out. You lose faith in the entire project.
Like DC, you've got Lanterns next in August. And does that connect to anything? Do I have to watch that to understand Man of Tomorrow? Or is it but like again, it's either connected or it's separate, but it seems to be in this halfway point.
People don't even watch Creature Commandos, or people don't even know that Creature Commandos is like the #1 thing in the DCU. A lot of people are just like, "What the fuck is Creature Commandos?" When you tell them about it. A lot of normal people.
Well, Marvel has the same problem right now. If you were to tell someone, "Hey, watch this film in order to get ready for Doomsday," what would that movie be? I have no fucking idea. Like it's just there's no setup for this.
If you listen to Marvel, they'll just tell you to go to the cinema and watch the Endgame re-release with extra footage.
Skip everything after Endgame. You're saying basically like what they should have done in the first place.
That's what Marvel says. So yeah.
They've said the Russo said, yeah, the new footage will make sure that Endgame is a bridge to Doomsday.
Can you do that though? Can you just retcon your movie to include all shit that never happens? Can you just have like a guy show up at the end?
It's so interesting that they choose Endgame and like not any other movie that's closer to, you know, the release of Doomsday. It's so fucked up to reuse Endgame specifically.
Yeah, what about Shang-Chi? Like, what about Eternals? All these worthless projects that have nothing to do with what you're going forward with. It's crazy.
Exactly. Give us the sauce on what the 10 rings actually are, you know. Add all the info, you know, and give it to us for Doomsday.
This feels like a game patch. Like we're updating it with a feature it should have come with.
Yeah.
Like finally getting New Game Plus when it should have been included. Like Doom will just show up in Iron Man 1. We patched him in last seconds. He'll just show there. He's the one who set off the fucking explosion that killed, I can't remember what his face, Jeff Bridges.
You know the worst part about all this is Doctor Doom is such an awesome character that if I was to pick one of the few characters left that I'd want them to nail, it would probably be him. But Absolutely. None of the discussion around this movie is about Doctor Doom. It's about how many people, all the cameos, how much money is it going to make? It's not about the characterization of Doctor Doom. And we're never going to get the repeat of what we got with Thanos. Thanos in Infinity War was fucking genius.
Maybe they will. Maybe that'll be what they do with Avengers Endgame. It'll be the exact same movie, and then there'll be a post-credit scene where like the camera pans back and Doctor Doom's watching it on his TV, and he says, "Mwahaha, now the real fight begins." It's like something earthly retarded like that. Because there's been the plot leaks of Doomsday this week, in which he is as involved in, I think, the ways we all predicted basically last year, because we were talking about how Doctor Doom's obviously got to take out Loki sitting on his magic time tree, and if the leaks are to be believed, he does exactly that, because that's how predictable this storytelling is. And then the rest of it's going to be a whole bunch of just, we'll go to Battleworld and fight, and people will fight, and lots of universes will be destroyed, etc. But I still don't, because, it's like you say, nobody really understands or is interested in Doctor Doom or what he represents, because we've never really fucking seen him. He's in one post-credit scene in Fantastic Four that nobody saw.
Well, at least Thanos has set up. Even not with Doctor Doom or anything like that, people just aren't interested in the stories of the individual characters that will be in this next Avengers movie. You know, no one gives a fuck about Shang-Chi. No one wants to, you know, like, there's so many people that we don't give a fuck about just in general. And I think that's where they went wrong in terms of not understanding why Infinity War and Endgame worked so well. It was because we already really, really cared about these characters specifically. And now that they're in this situation, you know, it's just more dire. But now we know that you're just going to do an Infinity War Endgame rehash where in the first one, we're going to lose. Then the second one, everyone's going to come back. But who is gonna die? It's like, we don't give a fuck about who's gonna die. You know, that's the
more
issue.
The better is the answer to that question.
That's the thing. It's like at this point, everyone's just wishing for the end of your entire universe. So there's no stakes that, or there's no characters that you can get attached to that you know for a fact will die. I guess for me personally, it would be Spider-Man, but I know that motherfucker ain't gonna die because he's their cash cow. So. Yeah, and that's why they're bringing back people from other Sony movies, hence the leaks, just because if they affect them, they've, you know, their characters that have already gone through the works of people will maybe, you know, cry if they
Wolverine
die.
Effect. There you go.
Exactly,
Something.
you know?
Are there any characters that you guys have any investment left? Because I was just about to say, like, excluding Spider-Man, is there anyone that you would, like, not want to see them die or you'd have a reaction? I'm not sure what's left.
Nah, I don't give a fuck about anyone except Spider-Man.
Thor's fine, but the problem is we know none of them are going to stay dead. So it's like, even if they die, it's kind of like,
True.
I know they're coming back. But another problem with Doom, based on the leaks, is that he's doing this all because his family died. And I've always
In an
found,
incursion, right?
yeah, there's like a scalability problem when it comes to like motivations. Like Thanos works because his is more ideological driven. Like he's trying to kill half the universe because he sees it overpopulated. Where if you're just going, I'm going to blow up the multiverse because my family died, man, you're like, that's kind of, I don't know, that's kind of lame. Like you can there's just like when it's personal, you can go all the way up to like an organizational level. Like I want to kill the hand, or I want to kill the company that poisoned my family. But when it's like I'm going to blow up millions of innocent people, it's like, nah, that's kind of stupid.
There's a part of Thanos that like believes he's doing it for everybody else is good.
That's it. It's ideological. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a run of because I don't know much about Doctor Doom? Is there a run of comics where that is a motivation for him, where family died or something?
I don't even remember. He loves his niece, and like there was a recent story over the last year where his motivation was like he took over everything and no one could stop him, yada yada yada. But the one thing that actually brought him down was his niece. And
that's kind of gay.
Yeah,
so it's just a sad uncle.
It wasn't a very good story. Like the
a depressed
Marvel's
uncle. Like this
stuff.
is what you brought him down to.
Yes, he's a depressed uncle basically right now.
Yeah, I thought the whole thing is that he just wanted like power, like absolute power. I thought is that not a core motivation for Doom in a lot of the stories?
Yeah, I thought it was knowledge because he's like a sorceress, isn't he?
No, he's like super vain, and he just really wants to be known as like better than fucking Reed Richards. He fucking hates Reed Richards.
Which they can't do as a plot for their movie because nobody has a clue who Reed Richards is. Nobody saw Fantastic Four and nobody cares.
Yeah, and more people saw the Reed Richards from Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. That guy was retarded. He got turned into spaghetti. So like, what are they even going to do with this?
What are you talking about? In Thunderbolts, their ship shows up randomly somehow, even though they're still in another universe.
Oh, jeez.
But that is footage that I remember reading at the time. That was footage shot on the Doomsday set. That is Doomsday footage. So it's why it looks better than the rest of the film, or at least more expensive than the rest of Thunderbolts. So we will see that again. That will tie, because everyone thought, oh, it's tying into Fantastic Four, right? Because Fantastic Four comes next. No, it ties into Doomsday. That will just be used again. And that's how you'll introduce the Thunderbolts. Or like, this is how, because isn't part of the leaked plot, at least, that they're going around trying to save these universes because they find out what Doom is ultimately doing. So I guess that will be our lead into that.
Doesn't Kelsey Grammer's Beast build a bomb that's supposed to destroy universe? And I'm like, these superheroes wouldn't really do that. That's not really in their motivation to just kill trillions of people. Like, you'd think they'd be trying to find ways to save their universe, but like instead of murdering each other. Do you think they'll address that, or do you think because like it's like Into the Spider-Verse where they have that problem with the multiverse? You know, what is it? You help a universe and one destroys, and they'll find a bullshit reason the third film for it to work. Maybe, I don't know.
You know, I know remembering how the story originally goes in the comics. Someone in the chat will probably correct me, but I believe the Illuminati, which was like a bunch of superheroes that got together, and no one else knew about it because they knew about the incursions and they were like destroying other worlds.
Isn't the Illuminati the one where Reed Richards, the smartest man alive, tells Wanda Black Bolt's his power, and then she just kills them?
They all get killed.
Yeah, that's basically
possible. It's incredible,
right? But that squad does exist in the comics to stop incursions.
And they weren't as lame as fuck and completely ruined like they were.
No, they weren't nearly as lame as the Doctor
That was
Strange
humiliating. Oh my god.
Would that even work? Like, why would your own head explode? It's your powers. Like, if you talk, you'd be more. It doesn't make sense that you just
that character trained himself to discipline himself to not fucking like do that type of shit, and they completely ignored all that to have his head get blown up. Like Miss Marvel gets killed by a statue getting dropped on her. Like she can go through ships. Like this is Captain Marvel basically, and yeah, it's crazy.
God, that sucks. Yeah, there's no hope for this.
No, I just looking through those leaks again. It just sounds like such a fucking mess. It's some of the X-Men have created bombs to destroy whole universes to protect their own, and eventually we get around to countering those with cannons. that can
Yeah, cannons across Earths and shit like that. I was like, what the fuck am I reading?
But it sounds like
sounds-
a lot like the basic, like the structural idea at the end of Fantastic Four. We can just put these devices at these points all around the world, and we save it from Galactus. And this is put the devices all around the world, and we can save it from Doctor Doom. It's kind of like the same thing. But it's just going to be really interesting to see how they canon, yeah, and like how do they do it without. Because it was already a really bad decision, I think, to have Steve go back in time and live with Peggy, even before we had the actual nonsense rules of the multiverse, where that's technically an incursion. He wouldn't have done that, but now they're going to have to almost double down on that being a mistake if the leaks are right, because it's like, not only would he not have done that, but did do it and therefore broke his character, but by doing that, he set off a chain of events that leads to the destruction of several universes.
He's a man. Yeah, he's killed
Captain
so
America.
many people.
He's doing the Captain Marvel approach, which is the accidental genocide.
Well, that's if
That
they remember
kinda
their own
no.
rules. Do you think when's the last time they've said an incursion at Marvel? Like, they've probably just blanked all that.
Well, even then,
was-
like the inciting incident, I think it's so stupid because how, like, in what world do you see the X-Men as some people who would literally just go and blow up someone else's universe to save their own? You know, like they would try and talk it out or something like that. Now, already just from the basis of that, the movie is kind of broken. You know, I find it because all the action at that point will just be artificial. There's nothing that'll flow naturally because I know for a fact that the X-Men would never just go and straight up attack, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and then boom. It's like, no way they would fucking destroy his entire planet to save theirs.
And there's the thing, it's like, we cut up to space and Professor X looks at the planet he's just blown up and is really sad about that. But it's like, you have mind control powers.
Yeah.
You didn't need to blow it up. You could have just convinced him. But no, maybe there'll be a reason. Who knows?
Like, you're trying to evacuate the world and like bring them onto other planets, and then like last second maybe do it, but they don't seem to be trying to save lives. It's like, fuck you, get away. But another thing is, like, at the end of the spoilers, Doom is basically like an all-powerful god. So how are you gonna nerf him in the next movie? That's the thing as well. Like it's.
I don't think you do. He just kind of oversees everything in the comic book. They're going to base it on the 2016 Secret Wars miniseries, and
He's just gonna fuck off.
Yeah. He doesn't like. No one can ever defeat Doom. Like he defeats himself. It's like no one can ever beat this motherfucker. That's why he's so awesome. Actually, like it's why I was really looking forward to him. And it's even crazier to think that they thought the MCU was going to go on for decades and that they could save Doctor Doom for like phase 7, 8, 9, whatever.
I think you just jinxed him. He's gonna get killed by Yelena now. Like you're just. I
mean, technically, aren't they in like phase 8 right now or some shit like that?
Phase 6.
Yeah.
6.
Wow,
man. With just a bunch of slop to show for it. That's the worst part.
Well, when you stop remembering the phases, that's one factor.
Kang was supposed to be like a multi-phase anchoring villain, but they couldn't do that because Jonathan Majors likes throwing fists, apparently. So then they were screwed. What are they supposed to do? And then they say, well, I guess pull the emergency Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom card. It's the one you always pull when everything's going fine with your franchise.
Even if he didn't hit his girlfriend, like he got beat by socialist ants.
Yeah.
So it's like
I can't take him seriously.
Did you guys see him in Loki season 2? Because there's 3 versions of Kang, pretty much. The one that was introduced in Loki season 1, the one we saw in Ant-Man, and then the stuttering moron from Loki season 2. That was arguably the worst one. So like, there's so many flavors of shit when it comes to Kang. No, Clown Kang is actually way better than Stuttering Kang. Trust me. Like,
he's like Einstein Kang. He's got the hair as well.
And he talks like that with a stupid stutter. That like, I know you can act better than this. Get this off my screen. It's terrible.
And they bring him into the TVA to fix the timeline, and he can't because he's an idiot. And then so his character, he sucks in all universes.
Dude, and having to try and explain the TVA to people in Doomsday, I can't see a way where that's not horrible. I just don't think they can do it.
Well, I mean, they tried doing it with Deadpool and Wolverine already. So
didn't they make a joke out of it?
foray, but
that
it's
movie doesn't
much
have to take
easier
anything
do
seriously,
so.
though.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Is like it's easier to do so with Deadpool since you can just automatically break the fourth wall and explain it to the audience. Maybe try and do it in some funny way, but that's the issue is that you're doing it in a funny way, so it's just being taken as a gag. So it's like even though they try to explain it with Deadpool and Wolverine, the fact that they're just gonna have to explain so much bullshit in the next Avengers movie while juggling so many different characters and maybe hopefully story arcs, man, good luck. Because they need this to make money. This cannot flop simply based off of character based off the actors salaries alone.
Oh, it's not going to make money.
No,
Like-
but they need to prove that it can get loads of people into cinemas again. They think they've accepted it won't make the money back, but if they can get people interested, then subsequent cheaper movies might make money. It might even be for the best overall if it comes out and actually still nobody goes to see it, and they do start thinking, right, okay, we've got to just rapidly shrink budgets now. If we're going to carry this on at all, we're going to have to do way smaller movies, way more focused, way smaller budgets, and then you might even get better films as a result of that if this bombs. Which I kind of hope it does at this point. They might start having to, do movies properly again.
Hasn't Downey come out and said that? Downey said that like the movies after End Games haven't really been worth the cinema trip or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
So he's basically acknowledged that it's kind of been shit after Endgame. So that's already one person on their team. That's basically admitting something. So at least internally, it's good to know that they know, but you don't know what really is what's really stopping them from just
so
going
they
and
actually
hiring
understand
actual
why
competent people. Yeah,
because they can draw that conclusion just by looking at numbers, but do they actually understand why the numbers are what the numbers are? So why does phases 4 and 5 and most of 6 suck?
Do they understand why they suck? It can't just be bean counters. Do they understand what made the earlier movies so beloved? It wasn't just the continuity and the characters. They were actually very well written for a lot of them, and the ones that weren't were still okay. Like there was no stinkers that you couldn't even get through in the early MCU. Maybe like Thor Dark World or something.
Thor the Dark World.
Yeah, I was like, hold on a second. My brain just grabbed me. It's like, hold on, son. But yeah. But I'd still watch Thor the Dark World over Supergirl any day of the week. You know what I mean? There's just a quality drop that you can't ignore.
Yes, indeed. Well, speaking of quality drops that you can't really ignore, what is the dislike ratio on this trailer so far? Last I checked, it was quite dramatic.
Odyssey. Let's have a look.
Idea. It's so weird because they can choose what stills to release.
It's pretty bad.
Why the fuck do you release
Why would
these
they do this?
stills?
Why would they do this to her or him or
yeah, they've picked the most provocative ones as well. They've picked Felon of Troy, and they've also picked fucking whatever this creature is. They went, let's just pick the most controversial bits and put them as our poster. But apparently the like to dislike, it's 65,000 likes to 561,000 dislikes.
Oh,
so
Jesus Christ.
So it's 9 times the dislike to like.
Wow.
I still think that this is gonna make a ton of money, man. I just think that it's gonna depend on if the movie is of actual quality or not. So
Minecraft wasn't.
But it still made loads of money.
It's still weird that it's gone to the stage where that many people, have disliked it, which means that it's at least gone out of the internet bubble, the tiny sphere. And it's gone into the actual proper cultural mainstream.
Well, the Odyssey,
that many dislikes, man, that's crazy.
Well, the Odyssey is like a tentpole movie. It's something it'll be one of those things like Barbie or Oppenheimer, where everyone's going to see it, regardless of quality. People will have to say, I've seen the Odyssey. Have you seen the Odyssey? Yeah, that's what it's gonna be.
I think it's gonna like FOMO. I don't know, man. FOMO. I think
it's the Nolan movie. Yeah, everyone has to see the next one as well. It's only if he keeps making shit after shit that people will start to neglect him.
Well, his reputation is riding on this one. because Uninspired, I think that's a good point. Where if this is a good film, all this publicity, whether it's good or bad, is actually going to be a good thing in the long run because more people would check it out that normally wouldn't have. So it could just make a killing. But if it's terrible, in addition to all the backlash it's already had, this is really going to damage Nolan's reputation for sure.
I think it already has.
Because
I agree
Tenet
with that.
wasn't great. Tenet wasn't great, but the Oppenheimer one shot him back up again. So even though it was a bit of a trip, he recovered.
To Vex's point, the damage that's been done, let's say he's been dragged down 5%, he can go back up 5% or even higher than that if he justifies the casting with good performances, good characters. We could all be eating our words. I always go back to what's his face, Michael Clark Duncan. Like you can make these miscasts or these race swaps work. And I remember making fun of Corliss before House of the Dragon came out, and he's literally one of the only characters left in the show that I like. So it's just like you never know. You can eat your words when it comes to this thing, but I just don't think we are. This looks like shit, and I think it's gonna be shit.
You have a point. Like, yeah, there's always room for a comeback, but I think just like casting aside, it's kind of the other little things that he said. The marketing, like how weirdly we saw IMAX popcorn buckets before actual fucking Odyssey popcorn buckets. Like that's a weird thing. The comments about this, oh, it's just a myth, it's just a tale, like it's not real, and then kind of taking money from the Greek government to make this and then not even putting Greek people in it. It's like it's this amalgamation of so many little things, and I like the IMAX is going to do great. This is going to have an awesome opening weekend because of all those pre-sales.
Yeah,
but if you go and look at the actual theaters, like the normal screenings, like nobody's hyping for this really. There's a lot of empty seats and empty theaters opening weekend. So I think the damage is done. I think people have like woken up just like, Nolan, you're a fucking hack, man.
I saw a meme today that just summarizes it. It's like race swap fatigue, gender swap fatigue, and Zendaya fatigue, like all in one. It's just got everything.
And on top of that, it's like the worst adaptation or worst interpretation of the Odyssey and the Iliad that he's choosing to use.
Yes.
Right. So yeah, I think it's over, man. It's done.
Did you see Elliot Page? Did anyone see Elliot Page boxing?
Yes, I did.
And they stood him next to the smallest man I've ever seen in my life to make Elliot Page not look like she's 5'1".
She has those tiny ass fake abs.
Yeah,
it's weird, man.
They're like
weird.
lasered on abs. Chiseled in,
because she has chiseled abs, but she has no definition like on her arms or anything like that.
Yeah.
So it's as if she's been only doing like crunches. So it's like it's disproportionate. It's weird.
Well, so some people can pull off a female to male transition, as we discussed in full detail, then some people can't. Like she just got lost halfway, just gave up or something. And she just, I don't know. I find this person very strange.
Testosterone, or
I don't know. Whatever she did, it didn't work.
Probably, yeah. I mean, man,
just the jawline indicates she did, because if you look at her jawline pre and post, it is a very different. But did you guys see the picture of her from the red carpet premiere today? I thought it was Jason Biggs at first. I really did. The Odyssey red carpet is that's what I sent a picture of Matt Damon and his daughters, wife and daughters.
Those were Matt Damon's daughters.
I know. I know.
Man, Matt Damon is a straight shooter, man.
Right.
Jesus Christ. I was like, damn, like Matt Damon is well surrounded. Gee, man, holy shit. And you got to keep them away from Leo. Oh, that's what the picture was?
Dude. Yep, that's what the picture was.
Wait, where is that?
Are they all five of them as daughters?
No, the one immediately to his right, or I guess our left, in the black and gold, that's the wife, and the rest of her daughters.
Gorgeous, man. All of them are incredible.
Jesus.
If they're above the age of 18, I gotta say that, man. All of them are incredible if they're above the age of 18. The rest of them,
two of them are still underage. So
yeah, there we go.
But just you perverts uninspired.
That's an amazing picture, man. You should be proud of that.
Taking a look at the convention is like, it's Nolan, it's the Odyssey. This is going to do really well, and like I think I still in my mind that is what's going to happen. But I was just taking a look at the early bookings from my local cinema. So Friday night, Like basically the first day, full day is released at 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. So probably prime time for people to be going to the cinema. 5 people have booked tickets. 5. And the opening showing, they've put on a midnight showing for this. In the biggest screen in the place, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 people.
Oh,
that's not great. Pretty sure like Minecraft was packed on the same time slot the same day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
my cinema is
even
kind of the same, man.
Because
Like,
Oppenheimer
whenever I
had
check-
the. Oh,
Go ahead,
sorry.
Vex. No,
Oh
go
no, I
ahead,
was
go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say like Oppenheimer had the same hype with the IMAX and everything, and everything was sold out. So the normal screenings and IMAX was sold out for weeks for Oppenheimer by comparison.
Oppenheimer also had the benefit of having, the Barbenheimer craze. So
That is true. That is true.
I actually
Yep.
think that is gonna affect the what do they call them, the finances for this one, the projections. That's the word I was looking for. I think it's gonna skew the projections, because I think people are just gonna base it off of Oppenheimer, which was just a huge hit. But the reason it was a huge hit was because of Barbenheimer. So this one, I think, even if the movie is of quality, the Odyssey would probably only hit maybe 850, I'd guess.
It'll do well financially just because of how pricey the IMAX tickets are on top of that, because those are like 20 a piece, which is going to inflate the box office.
And even now they're trying to do they're trying to do different quality for Spider-Man, because Spider-Man as well, they're trying to do the Screen X, I believe it's called. So everyone is just trying to use these different formats, different ways to just scrape off $1 or $2 more from a ticket, which is interesting.
It says the official runtime for the Odyssey is 2 hours and 52 minutes. And if it's not a great movie, how much rewatchability do you think that's going to get? I mean, Oppenheimer was like 3 hours, so. But as you said before, it was part of the Barbenheimer craze. So just by itself, a 3-hour movie with Ellen Page, do you think that's going to have like legs? People are going to rewatch it, because that's what's going to need to cross 1 billion is people coming back to the cinema.
This was like was it $200 or $250 million budget as well. I know it's Nolan's most expensive film.
The Odyssey? I don't think it's 200 million.
No, it has been marked as his most expensive film to produce today.
Yeah, 250 million estimated production budget.
Wow, 250. I did not think that it would have been 250.
Doesn't look 250, does it?
No.
Fuck no, dude. Now that you're telling me this and you're putting it in perspective, like Jesus Christ,
it needs $1 billion to break even.
I thought this was like
least.
$110 million movie. Yikes.
Do we have the tracking what it's on for? Because Spider-Man's already tracking for like a $500 million opening weekend.
It's going to like triple Supergirl's entire box office take in the first day.
First couple hours.
I mean, to bounce on what Platoon was saying, because me, for example, when I took my tickets for the Odyssey, I think we were 3 people opening day in English, English showing, because here mostly it's French showings. English showings, dude. 3 people, myself included. And then Spider-Man, I took my tickets as well. Dude, Spider-Man, the entire auditorium was full. So I think the clear winner is going to be Spider-Man for the next couple of weeks, dethroning absolutely everyone.
For sure.
When does that come out?
End of the month.
End of the month, yeah.
Oh, so this has 2 weeks to make most of its money before Spider-Man just comes in and kills everyone.
Well, actually, no. I think it has like 1 week difference between Spider-Man.
No. This comes out next week, and then Spider-Man comes out.
Are you sure?
It comes out the 17th, and Spider-Man comes out, I think, the 31st.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
So it's just under 2 weeks to make all its money before Spider-Man comes in and just knocks it out.
I did just look actually, because it's already open, but like you can book tickets obviously at the cinema. So I just checked like the Wednesday, same time. Odyssey has 5 people. Spider-Man has 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, a lot more than that. It's like most of the cinema is booked by the looks of it.
So
that's on Wednesday.
The box office right now for Odyssey, the projection is 80 to 100 domestic, with some estimates at 120
And that's
And
opening
then
weekend, right? Not
That's
just, like,
opening weekend, yeah. And right now, because there's not enough data, the low end total gross is 600 million, high end 1.5 billion.
1.5 billion high end.
Yeah.
That's really high for high end, man.
You
It's
know,
not
just for
getting
fun, I
1.5.
went and looked at my local theaters show times, and there are probably 15 seats sold out of 7 showings.
Damn.
Jeez.
fucking
See,
hell.
nobody cares about the fucking Odyssey, man. Like,
Like IMAX is completely booked, but yeah, my
Yeah.
local one, there's only 2 seats. in,
Well, you
like,
have
the
Nolan
bottom-
nerds, you know, the IMAX and those showings will absolutely be sold out. But
Yeah, but they were all like pre-sales and the really early stuff. That was before most of the trailers came
Year in
out, before a
advance,
lot of the
yep.
coverage. Yeah, like it's been booked up for ages, but like everything they've released for this film since then seems to have made people way less likely to actually go and see it. So good stuff for the marketing department, obviously. But I'm starting to wonder now. I just assumed this thing would, even with the controversy, come close to, probably maybe not make $1 billion. I think on Open Bar I said like 800 to 900 million, but looking at all of this, like the dislike thing is a little bit too high almost just to be confined to online types, because sometimes online stuff just doesn't translate, but that's so high. And then the fact that no one in any of my screenings seems to be going to see it, and everything you see, like this, for example, is just, God, I actually hate everything about this. I don't think there's a single thing I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, like the marketing, this is the worst marketing I've ever seen, because people who don't like gender swaps, race swaps, they'll tolerate it to a point, but this has just been the entire advertisement has just been, oh look, Helen of Troy's black, oh look, whoever Ellen Page is playing is a tranny. Like, we got nothing of Odysseus or his wife and even his son. Was it Tom Holland?
Yeah.
The dialogue is
Daddy.
Yeah, like the dialogues, or every little bit of it is just being awful. You've got giants in metal plate armor when they're supposed to be savages. Like, it just looks so fucking weird.
Oh yeah, the
I was-
Batman
Yeah,
helmet. This started with that. This is like goes
Yeah.
way back. Actually, I forgot Tom was even in the film.
It's true.
Just
Now that you
the-
mentioned it, like there's been nothing that's really positive that's come out of all the trailers that have come out. And I mean, the only thing that people have been praising it for is the fact that everything has been filmed on location, but that's
In
the
IMAX.
You can't tell.
Yeah, that's the extent of the positivity. But nothing really goes down to delve into the story or
And
the
normal people don't care
characters.
about that. Normal people
Yeah.
don't care about if you filmed it all in IMAX
No.
or you filmed on location. It just doesn't look good.
Also, lots of people have been on holiday to the Mediterranean and they know it doesn't look like that. It's
Yeah. I just like to piggyback off of that. I was gonna say, like, even normies, even if they're not following all the interview stuff and all of that, just the trailer was so fucking depressing. It didn't look like an epic. It looked like the Batman again, kind of like I wanted to slip my wrist watching that. I would have never
But
guessed it's in the Mediterranean
I
or that it's
totally
supposed to be
agree
an
with you,
epic.
Vex. It
Yeah.
has that weird blue, either a blue
Filter.
tint or a yellow tint.
Washout
That's
as
it.
well. Yeah.
And like, just compare that to I guess the old color
Troy.
vision movies.
just to
from-
Troy 20
I mean,
years
yeah,
ago.
even
Yeah.
just a Troy. Yeah, I was about to say like something like Jason and the Argonauts or some shit like that. But like even just Troy, or even just a stupid random ass blockbuster like Clash of the Titans, even had
Mhm.
more color than this.
Mhm.
So it's so weird. It just feels lifeless. That's
It
my
does.
issue. Every
Yeah.
single time I see more, like the
Yeah,
acting isn't really convincing. The score isn't convincing me. The direction isn't convincing me, and it's like I don't really know why I feel the need to go see this in theaters,
No,
except
because then
for
I
the
think
fact
every
that people
quote,
are
even the
telling me.
score thing, right? So that is it Ludwig Göransson's doing it, I think, but he said like
Mhm.
when I looked into it, so I'm kind of interested to see what they'll use, because you could use some really interesting like archaic
Yeah.
stuff for this. And it's like, oh, we can't use orchestras because they didn't have those. So what I've done is I've blended electronic music with brass drums. Yeah. Okay.
What's
That's
the
what-
point?
We want. Yep.
Like
That's the
Göransson
thing.
does interesting
It's,
stuff, but like that just sounds like horseshit to me.
it's historically accurate when it wants to be, and then goes completely fucking miles left field when it doesn't. There's
Yeah.
no consistency.
And as we see on the screen right now, they've made the classic mistake of A, hiring women, and B, allowing women to speak on camera without a script.
Didn't she
Because,
say
like,
she never read any of the Odyssey? She had no idea.
She thinks
So-
the myth. Yeah.
There's a whole that was because she said she wasn't going to respond to the controversy over her being cast in the first place because they're doing a mythological story for all of our people in our time. So and also she hadn't read it, so that's great stuff because it was already controversial casting her. And then she says kind of dumb shit like that. Also, it reveals that no, she actually just knows nothing about one of the foundational texts of all of literature. And then in this interview, she's like, so if you could sit down with one of the most famous people of all time, like the person who's one of the most important people in the whole history of art, we don't even know really existed. But if he did, there's a load of stuff to ask him. What would you ask him? She's like, oh, well, you didn't give women enough screen time. Okay, there were fucking screens in 6th century Athens. What are you talking about? But also, how is this the limits of your imagination? It's like, oh, you could go and have dinner with Winston Churchill, Abraham Lincoln, fucking Gandhi. What would you want to ask them about? It's like, why is it that you weren't feminists? Like, fucking, how is this the limit of what your brain does? Why are you so uninterested?
He's obviously a misogynist. Everyone is a misogynist before the 1950s. What are you talking about, you fucking idiot? It's such a stupid question.
That's what I mean. She seems so out of touch with this response. How is this even productive for her position?
It's just a slam Homer. It's basically, well, he's not that great, so we can do whatever we want with his work. I do notice they do that.
Work.
Yeah, exactly. Homer's great, but if they gave me the Odyssey, it'd be a fucking bestseller.
They denigrate it without even understanding the fact that it's been here for centuries, and you're not even gonna do anything if you think you can do better. It's impossible to see the hubris of these people.
It's to take a story. That's what lots of people do. They devalue someone's work so they can get it at a discount. And they go, well, it's my version of the Odyssey now. I am. Everyone will think of the Odyssey. They'll think of my version going forward.
I mean, look. I think the last person to create a modern Odyssey, in the sense where modern means recent. I guess you would say Tolkien with Lord of the Rings. That would be the closest thing that we've gotten to a proper modern version of the Odyssey.
And that was another thing where you had a bunch of women say, oh, why aren't there any more women speaking in The Lord of the Rings? I would stop. Okay, The Lord of the Rings is really good, right? So this is not an association you want to be putting in people's minds. It seems to be that when women don't speak, things are good. I don't think you want to be pushing this message.
Have you seen the video of the only time women speak in Lord of the Rings? And it's one of the girls that survived an orc burning her village. And she goes, where's Mama? And Eowyn just goes, shh, and then that's it. But this is the thing, it's these people just want to take it for themselves. That's just the big problem with a lot of adaptations recently, like House of the Dragon, which is George has a story, but we're going to make it our story. And it's why she's saying this Greek epic about a specific group of people is for the world, when it's not. It's for the Greek people. Everyone else can read it, but it's specifically their story. But now that it's open for the world, everyone has to be included. We have to change the story because it's now our story. That's what they want. It's colonization of someone else's work.
Yeah.
At this point, just give Ridley Scott all the money, get him to cast Sean Bean again as Odysseus, and give him a try. Say fuck it, Ridley, do something else.
Troy's so good is that they have a fight scene and all the army is outside the walls. And it's that's a stupid strategy, but the fight scene's amazing, so you just forget about it. It's known for its walls, we never use them.
Yeah, this isn't looking good. Not looking good at all. But
Vex, you wanted to talk about this, didn't
yes!
you?
God.
I've been looking forward to that because it was fucking awesome, and because all of y'all don't respect the Despicable Me franchise. Okay,
what do you mean? All y'all, man.
Why?
Chill, bro. I'll defend the franchise, man.
Thank you.
Hey, Despicable Me is French, okay? It's one of our beautiful contributions to the world are minions. Okay, well, the French invented minions.
Didn't the creators say because they're a tribe that Gru didn't create, they've been around forever. They didn't work for Hitler.
So here's the thing. So the director, Pierre Coffin, the director for this movie, right? He said in an interview that they probably weren't. But here's the thing. in the opening of this movie, it shows that there were tribes of minions. So it's very possible that a tribe of minions was working for Hitler.
What was their job? Do you think they were driving the trains, or do you think they had the gun?
They're probably turning on the gas chambers, the valve.
You've got
and
Anne
everything.
Frank.
If
Anne
you look
Frank's in the
really,
cupboards and a
really
minion.
fucking closely in the background of Schindler's List, you can actually see a minion.
They're probably in the
Like-
Rolls Royce factories, man.
I'd love it if the minions were the most psychopathic ones, though. They're like grinding them up into meat and then making them into lampshades.
I recommend this movie though. My love for the Minions and Despicable Me franchise aside, this was like genuinely like was a surprising film for two reasons. One, it was kind of a bit of a love letter to the birth of like golden era Hollywood and just modern film in general. And secondly, it actually pokes a lot of fun and kind of gives a middle finger to current Hollywood in like some of the subtext that it explores. So yeah, the Minions do some like goofy things and there's a goofy fight at the end, but there's so much in there that I think is meant. It's not a kid's movie, oddly enough. Like this is like a movie for people that love film, I would say. It was like I was thoroughly entertained. My biggest criticism was like it's called Minions and Monsters and it could have used more monsters. And it doesn't seem to find the harmony between like being a spooky monster movie and also being like an homage to golden era Hollywood. So those are like my only two criticisms, but like this was surprisingly amazing and had like an actual story to it and more of a purpose than just kind of good family values or, family fun to it. It was like, I was surprised at how many good references it makes in there and homages.
No, that actually sounds interesting, man. Because I like the Despicable Me franchise. I think I stopped on number 3, and then in terms of like the Minions franchise, I never really delved into it properly because I never really thought to myself that they could make a proper movie just out of Minions, like the concept of them spearheading their own movie. So I mean, as long as you're giving this one praise, then I guess I'll check it out.
It was thoroughly worth it. You don't have to have like any reference point too, because most of the Minions movies, like you can just kind of like go into like there is the Rise of Gru, which is like a bit of a prequel story, but like you don't have to because this is a new batch of Minions sort of. So you can go in like knowing nothing else and you'll still be fine. But I was really surprised by this. It was kind of sad. Like I went the first showing on opening day, man. I was there. I bought my little James like drink cup as well, man. He's sitting like in front of me right now. But none of the adults got the fucking references, which was really strange because like every time I've gone to a Despicable Me film, which is a lot of times, I go to these a lot. Usually the adults pick up on a lot of the jokes that the kids don't, and vice versa. But here it was weird that like the kids were laughing at all the goofy stuff, of course, but the adults were not picking up on any of the references. Like,
maybe it's because they weren't paying attention.
It might have been, but like even so, like they find a spell book at one instance, right? They get it off a wizard that looks like the one from Disney's Fantasia, right? So they get a magic book, and in order to like call the monsters back or to trap them in the book, the undo spell is Control Z. I burst out laughing, but I was just like, really, nigga, you didn't get that? Like all the adults here, I'm sure, are using computers at work, and none of you got that. But this was a lovely film. I'm actually kind of like bummed it's like at a low entry point. Like it's still doing good. I think the last box office
160 mil right now, man.
Yeah, but like this is like objectively the lowest opening weekend of the franchise so far. It also has Toy Story working against it, and July 4th fell on a weekend. So the last like 3 movies I think now in this franchise, they've always been like July 1st, July 4th opening weekend, and that usually carries it. But this came out on the Wednesday before, so it was kind of a slow roll. The 61.
You also have to keep in mind that you should only mostly compare it to Minions 2, because Minions 3 had that trend, the TikTok trend with everyone going in suits.
Yes.
To watch the movie, so that one, like, you can't really compare it because it wasn't really natural, well, natural in terms of like a normal opening weekend box office. So I guess you could compare it to Minions 2's box office, with adjusted inflation, of course.
Yeah.
In comparison to that. But still, the thing is that Illumination, unlike Disney Pixar, Illumination manages to keep their budgets fairly low.
Yes.
So under 100 million for every single animated feature that they produce, which is really, really good compared to, Disney Pixar, who are doing 250 million, 170, 200 million budgets just for these animated movies, because they want to, I guess they want it to look incredibly realistic or some shit like that.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, Illumination can still do it, and I think that's what helps them make a profit, because right now it's already like 160 mil.
The
So
merch moves too. Like I'm not even, because every year we go for Halloween Horror Nights at Universal, and some of the actual park is still open at nighttime for those events. And the Minion stuff is always like the restaurants, the little ice cream zone, the actual ride. It is always packed. Always packed. So like even if the movies don't do well, the merch moves quite well. So I don't think it. Yeah, I don't think it matters.
Universal as well. Yeah, because it's their IP since the beginning. And shout out to Megamind, man. Megamind is a fantastic animated film. I think it's a really, really good movie, man.
Just honestly, if you just like film, if you appreciate film, I feel like this is worth watching. I feel like you don't have to go to the theater if you don't want to. That's fine. Okay, because all of you guys are guys. It'd be weird if a guy went to the kids movie alone. So,
yeah,
but
I bring my own popcorn bucket with a hole in the bottom.
No, this was like this. Seriously, this was awesome. I love this, and fuck you, Cynic, for saying the Minions suck, man. You're cynical. That's all it is.
Oh, geez, yeah. Well, it might be well written, but I cannot get past how unbelievably fucking annoying they are.
This is Shakespeare, man. This is fucking Shakespeare quality.
It's like James just wants to be a director. He wants to make his own movies. So like there's this really great commentary on how Hollywood does actually hold back actual creatives. And that is a through line that follows the film. And like Pierre Coffin, the director, because he hasn't been with the franchise for a few entries now. And he only came back to this one because he was finally given free reign to make the movie he actually wanted. And it's absolutely beautiful. It's so beautiful. Please go watch Minions and Monsters, like chat, like this deserves it. It was so wonderful. There's so many references and homages that are just like, it makes your heart sing and you can't help but smile.
Jesus. It just makes me want to be a better person.
It does. Yeah, listen, unironically, and I wrote this in my review on Criticlist or whatever, this will be the movie that inspires a generation of filmmakers. I'm not even being sarcastic. There's going to be some kid 30 years from now who's getting an Oscar, and in his speech, he's going to be like, my love of film came from the Minions and Monsters.
So you have Godfather, then Minions and Monsters right next to it.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Vex in the multiverse, that is happening somewhere. You're right.
It was great, guys. It was great. Go watch it.
Glowing review.
Glowing.
It was like a 7 out of 10 movie, in all honesty. I loved it. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. But objectively, it's like a 7 out of 10.
It's okay. It's fine.
Fucking foot at the mouth phrasing this thing. Oh, it's a 7.
Listen. I need to be objective, okay? Like I can't just like be. Even though I love it, I gotta be objective about it, okay? I think it's the best Minions spinoff, like of the three of them. It's not top 3 of the franchise. Actually, it might be top 3 of the franchise, but it has some issues. Like it has some plot issues. And like I said, it doesn't seem to find the perfect balance between being a monster movie and an homage movie, which is my biggest issue.
You cut the legs out of your own arguments.
This is going to inspire the future. 7 out of 10.
Listen. Good movies can be 7 out of 10s, man. Okay, don't worry. It's a high 7, 7.5. Probably.
It was the wrong order. You go, it's not perfect film, but it's you build up to it. You went, it's great, but
wrong order, buddy.
Yeah, see, okay, Obart has it, okay? Subjectively, it's a 9 to 10, but objectively, it's a 7.5.
I'll give you this. It sounds better than Supergirl, right? So, like,
yeah.
I mean, a lot of things, like fucking Prometheus is better than Supergirl. So, the bar's not that low.
Prometheus is one of those movies you can just throw on like for the cinematography and just to sit there and be like, man, this stupid movie could have been so much better. And just think about all the like one of those movies you can watch with a friend, have a drink, and like discuss all the ways they could have improved it. You know, that's the only rewatch value it has pretty much for me. Because I will never give up on the engineers. I think they're awesome.
That and David 8, like Michael Fassbender's David 8 is it's great concept, very poor. Prometheus and Alien Covenant are guilty pleasures for me. They're terrible, terrible movies, but like they're still like the cinematography, like you mentioned, some of the performances are worth just like throwing it on and having a laugh at.
You know, stupidly enough, Alien Covenant as well. Like sometimes I can just throw that movie on and be like, man, this is just so dumb to watch it.
Allow me to do the fingering.
I see you on Prometheus, not on Covenant. Covenant is fucking nonsense. I can't. When that girl slips on the blood, like, I fucking die.
It's so dumb. It's good. That's why I love Covenant.
Fuck. Yeah, just Prometheus for sure. Like, there's like it's a cool movie to fall asleep to, and like, man, you stupid.
I'd much rather watch Prometheus than Resurrection, for example.
Agreed.
Yes.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'd probably go.
And I'd watch any of them over what was Romulus?
Romulus, yes.
Fuck that movie.
Yeah, Vex Romulus, huh?
Yeah, and I already have been public in that, like, yes, I deserve to be shamed for that take. It took me 3 weeks to realize that I was wrong. So don't worry.
Oh, I hate that movie.
So we'll come back for your Minions reappraisal in
No,
3 weeks.
that's not going to happen. No,
okay.
This franchise has not reached slop levels. When it reaches slop levels, trust me, I will be very unbiased and very objective in that criticism.
Yeah, when it reaches Monsterverse Kong and Godzilla level.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I think that brings us to the end of the main topics of the show, unless there was anything that we have forgotten or anything else anybody wants to cover. We can move on to the supers. Oh, well, was there anything else?
How do you feel about last night? If you got caught up.
I like the House of the Dragon has spent so long trying to tell us that women are actually really hard done by and oppressed. And the minute one of them gets on the Iron Throne, she can't make decisions because she's on her period.
Absolutely.
What?
It's House of the Period. It's House of the Tampon. I'm throwing in the towel. Like, that episode was fucking retarded. I think I yelled out, what? Like, fully pulled a Vex at least 4 or 5 times in terms of how stupid what was on screen was. There's still little moments here and there. I like the conversation with Damon, but that might be the worst episode in terms of enjoyment, personal enjoyment for me in the entire series. And that's I wanted to see that. What they focus on in that episode in terms of her, like, seeing how she had the power.
The dragon behind.
I yelled at the screen because I'm just like, what's the point of this entire scene if you're gonna forget that there's a fucking dragon there? Why would you even and it would have stopped them from being tricked because you can't have that fucking. It's fucked. It's so fucked.
Yeah,
I don't even know what to say at this point.
Is that really him? Yeah, well, get near the dragon and we'll see if he lets you on.
Is this him? Yeah, that's him. You sure? Okay, bro, I trust you. Like, what? Damon's done. I'm not even going in order. I'm just fucking talking shit at this point.
How did they even get the dragon there?
Like the stupidest thing I've ever seen. He flew there initially. You saw it at the end of season 2, but they never showed him again.
Yeah, but I'm talking like how if the actual prince isn't there, how did they get the dragon to the battlefield?
Well, he must have got there early, got off, ran away, and then he just loitered around for about 15 hours as the Hightower army came up.
It makes Damon kind of retarded.
Yes, I mean, that's a relatively minor quibble compared to how did you forget to take the dragon with you? I mean,
I thought that was the entire point because him being the heir.
He says it is in the line. He says you can't expect us to leave you with a rival claimant to the throne with a dragon. And so he takes the rival claimant to the throne and not the dragon.
It's fucking stupid. It's like, why are you picking characters that I really, really like and making them retarded? David wouldn't forget to take the. Oh my god, there's so many ways I should have fucking went differently. And again, I gotta touch on this real quick in case we forget. Corliss should have punched her in the face. I don't think I think that was like the biggest moment ever where I condoned violence against a woman. Like, literally, for people to understand this story, she raised 3 bastards, 3 of them, 3, and denying him his opportunity to legitimize his after they pretty much saved her life and got her on the throne. It's character assassination of the highest degree.
The reasoning was, I can't do anything that might, call the legitimacy of my dead children into account.
Yeah. I remember
they're dead.
They're dead.
You've dealt with this. And see, he is the most important ally you have. You literally can't afford to lose this man.
He sacrificed his children, his wife. He's lost everything, his home. He's lost everything for you. All he asked you was like, hey, can you flip a switch and make my bastards legit? And she's like, nah, even though she has 3. It's fucking insane. I hate her now.
She doesn't even tell him about it either. Like, she just does it. She names him Adam of Holt without telling. Like, she gives every indication she's going to say yes to that proposal, then doesn't do it, and then he has to come to her and say, "Hey, so I heard you kind of didn't legitimize my bastard. That's a bit of a problem." And then her response is, "Oh, but I'm just it's my reputation. I've got to think about my reputation." What are you talking
Any
about?
other character in Westeros, this could have worked. Not Rhaenyra Targaryen.
Nope.
You can't do this with her. Rhaenyra, I think it's textbook character assassination. Rhaenyra would not do that. She wouldn't. What the fuck? She didn't do. It wasn't an accident. She had She was. Go ahead. I'm speechless right now.
She's woefully incompetent. Can't literally do anything. Like, you know, it's funny when she goes Ulf, and he goes, "What do you want to be known as?" She goes, "Ulf Targaryen." They're like, no,
fuck no."
And then when he went Ulf the White, and then he went over and he went, "You the whole." I was thinking she was going to knight him the Black.
I thought the white, the black, and the hammer.
The white, the black, and the hammer.
I was waiting for that joke to the point where I didn't even really take in the snubbing until Corlys came in. I'm like, oh yeah, what the fuck? Because it's to me, Rhaenyra from season 1. That's an easy whole and like simple request in terms of legitimizing my bastards. How the fuck is she not? Like, it's just she's a complete hypocrite if she woke. It's hypocritical and insane because she literally in the same episode claimed that Adam was like the blessing that she needed to show her that the gods were in her favor, and she won't legitimize the man after he just fucking won your war for it. It's so fucking awful. It's worse than anything they've ever done in the show in terms of character assassination.
What was
I think that's worse than
shit
Daemon being an
ages,
idiot right now.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Well, are they going to do the because there's two things I'm thinking. Are they going to do the Tyrion Daenerys thing where she's going to be a shit ruler and then she'll go out and barbecue a bunch of innocent people and people are going to go, "Yes, queen," and that because Grace Randolph said the next episode is when Rhaenyra turns it around and she becomes
what she's
awesome.
referring to. I think she's referring to this, what we're seeing in this episode.
I think
it's the first time.
I think it's next episode.
I think this is the first time they've ever had an episode dedicated to one character like this. And I kind of wanted to see this, like I said, but not this. This was fucking retarded. And the sound cues. Did you guys notice the tonal change in this episode compared to the rest? They would switch scenes, and there'd be like a swing or like some type of noise that would indicate a scene change.
Do you think it was? Do you think it was because of people on the phones, or do you think they were trying to go for more like, it's so chaotic because she's struggling to, manage King's Landing? Do you think they were kind of trying to go for that tone, or
they were trying to speed run the Mad Queen arc, and this isn't the part of her character you should be speed running. We should be seeing this taken properly, and I'm not really sure what their goal was with this, but I just feel like the tonal change. There was some strange little sound choices that they made that was like just straight up jarring every time they switched the scene, and I don't know, man. Like usually when they focus on someone like this, they're gonna bounce back and forth. Like episode 3 of season 1 is kind of like a Viserys episode when he's getting drunk, is only more pissed off and deciding what to do about Aegon and Rhaenyra. That worked because you balanced it out with other characters. Then you got to see the battle with the Stepstones at the end. This was just too much for Rhaenyra at the worst possible time. Like she's fucking retarded for these last 2 episodes, and then now she's completely ruined to me from that scene. That fucks her entire character. She wouldn't.
And the
do
excuse is that she's on her period. So it's like, okay, so
that's
all
our
that
excuse.
made. Actually, no, they were all right. There's a reason women have never sat the Iron Throne and shouldn't. They just can't. The show is telling you that she can't do the job because she's a woman. And I don't think the show realizes that's what it's saying, but it is
insane. This is why it's like I can't give up on it, because if they're aware and they can find a way to pull this off, that would be incredible. but that doesn't seem like the show that they're trying to build. Like when Masaria said, "I earned my way onto this council," I almost puked all over my screen. That I actually started yelling. I legit in the middle of the night started just fucking yelling because that's the writer saying that this character hasn't earned shit.
Why hasn't Damon murdered her yet? Why isn't he like sent men to fucking? It's so stupid.
The writers won't let him be Damon. Damon from season 1 would have ended that bitch on the spot. At the very least, explained his plans to end her, and you have to provide a counter. Otherwise, he's going to go through with what he thinks is the best plan. Damon's introduction was him chopping off dicks and hands and establishing order in King's Landing, if you remember. He's the fucking Lord Commander of the City Watch. That's still in there. And for them to just fucking nerf him like this and have him have no opinion.
Do you think
it's crazy?
Because originally, isn't she supposed to get like her father? She gets stabbed by the throne, which shows that it's rejecting her. In the books, I think. Are they going to use it like the period blood is the not the throne rejecting her, but the men rejecting her of Westeros? Do you think they're going to go for more like a sexist kind of slant? Like, she would have been an amazing queen. It's just sexism that stopped her.
I'm not sure what they're going to do because they handled some of that well with Rhaenys. It's like the lines that she had about men make perfect sense based on what happened to her. That character can get away with those lines. But when you have idiots like Masaria and Alicent, and now Rhaenyra is in that crew, just retarded women of Westeros, it's just I don't even know what to do with it. I'm not sure if they're aware of what they're doing. Like a lot of the discussion around episode 1 when she's stabbing the dress was, okay, do they know how stupid and childish they're making her look? And would they do that? Because it feels like the show loves Rhaenyra. They really, really favor the women in the show in a way that just it was way more balanced and justified in the earlier seasons. Now it just
because that scene
nonsense.
That scene with the nobles, like, what the fuck was that? That was terrible. She goes like, "Oh, you people are going to eat rats because you've hoarded the food. Bitch, you caused the blockade.
You caused the blockade. It doesn't like. How do you just forget all that? You caused the blockade that caused this entire situation, and they did the best that they could. You can't just ignore what happened and just be
one guy.
Rhaenyra.
Is it Manderley Is it Manderley who says it? Like, it's the blockade you caused. And I'm like, oh, someone's actually going to throw it in her face, but then it goes nowhere.
But this is why I think, like, the show, we have to give it credit. At least they put the breadcrumbs for them acknowledging that she's an idiot. If they can find a way to, like, justify all these scenes, I will be very thankful for it. But I just don't know. If she gets they can go either way.
She deserves to get cooed immediately.
She deserves to get punched in the face by Corlys. Like, just uppercut, dead, one shot. Like, I don't even know what to say.
Oh, she's a fucking awful queen. And the problem is, it's going to be, she's amazing, and then she's going to get cooed and then fucking killed by Aegon. But, like, it'll be a really tragic death rather than her actually deserving to die for causing so much, like, misery and death.
Well, she dies in a really, really, really horrible way in the book. But if they do that in the show, then I'll be kind of like, no, you deserve that. So
yeah, that's kind of where we're going. And it's like, for a character I'm super invested in now, she could die next episode, and I'd be like, oh, there she goes. It's there's no one left where. And I wasn't a fan of this whole thought process that a lot of people were pushing. Where like, there's no likable characters, therefore it's bad. And like, we're watching a family be ripped apart featuring dragons. It's not everyone's gonna be likable. But god damn it, don't be retarded too. Like, I don't need you to be likable. I need you to be logical and consistent to your characters. And now we're not doing that. Daemon should have killed Masari on the spot. Rhaenyra's brain needs to be returned at once. How do you forget about a dragon? Like, the buddy
like
cop drama with Aegon and Larys, and like making them just be a comedy duo now. What are we doing?
Like, Corlys should turn against her. After what she did, he should be an enemy.
At the very least, he should turn against her. He should have punched her in the face. It's the most hypocritical thing I've ever seen in a show. It's just, how could you deny this to him after what you've done and what he has done for you? He's literally sacrificed his family for you. Now he's trying to legitimize his last chance at a family, and you're going to say no?
He should have went off the top rope. He should have just DDT'd her, German suplexed her.
Just stun her on the spot, everything. Like, and when he called, that was the only part of the episode I actually liked, the fact that he wasn't a pussy about it. He called her kids bastards. Like, all your kids are bastards. What the fuck are you talking about? And she didn't really have an answer, because how could she?
Allison doesn't give a fuck about her kids. She just
one.
hands them over. Yeah, she doesn't care remotely. She's a fucking piece of shit.
And the one opportunity this episode had to do something super interesting. That's the first time we've seen Helena and Rhaenyra even in the same room. That could have been a really cool conversation. Like, we're half sisters with this crazy, like, and they didn't do anything with that. I just missed opportunities within an episode that was retarded, and I'm going down with the ship no matter what happens with this. But damn, what a fall from grace, man.
Are you gonna be like Jack Sparrow in the opening shot with the ship?
That's me. That is me. I'm Jack Sparrow. I'm going down. I am
just
going
standing
down
up, looking.
Fucking hell, man. Because you're even
I have no
people
attachments.
like, it's what can we do? Like, Aemon is like, I would borderline say Aemon is Flanderized at this point. He's just this angry man with mommy issues, and what's left, really? Like, Jacaerys was one of the only people I cared about, and he fucking gets murked because his idiot cousin. Or whatever she is. I can't even keep track.
Yeah, like, there's no characters to really. I'm just waiting for someone to come in and just clean the slate. Like,
I'm just waiting for good performances and like cool payoffs, because there's no one I'm rooting for. Like, I need this person. There's no Viserys. There's no driving force of like, this is my dude.
It's just Daemon would have been there if they hadn't cooked him. Like, he just does nothing. Everything he does is for. He's not a character anymore. He's just a slave.
He doesn't. His character is so perfectly established that we know exactly what he would do, what he would think, and we saw it over and over again throughout season 1. He was so consistent. We could just read his mind. That guy's not here anymore. Where's the dude who killed his wife with a rock because he wanted to move on? You know what I'm saying? Where's that motherfucker? We need Dark Daemon with the haircut and the attitude. Where's the heir for a day? Where's that energy? Like, that dude who got himself fucking banned from the kingdom. Like, where is that dude? We need him.
He's got mind rates.
I mean, seeing as to HBO fucking up Game of Thrones, you know, in the latter seasons, and seeing as, you know, they got back in everyone's good graces with Hot D season 1.
Yeah.
Seeing that it only took them 3 seasons to fuck up Hot D, what do you guys think is gonna happen to Night of the Seven Kingdoms?
Probably the same.
Probably the same thing, man. Like, what can I say at this point? I think you should really hold on to those seasons that like I said, we just ranted for what, like 10-20 minutes about how I think that episode was just fucking terrible, and I've officially lost faith, because for them to do that, I'm just like, okay, I don't know what the fuck you're doing here. I'd still recommend season 1. Everyone should see Viserys' arc. It's phenomenal. He's intact. Game of Thrones has people who die before the show falls apart. Tywin's arc is intact. He's one of the best characters I've ever seen.
It is die a hero or live long enough to become a caricature.
It's so true. It's so true. And I watched Dunk and Egg. We're gonna be a year from now. We're gonna be bitching how they assassinated Dunk, and like Egg is like fucking ruined or something. I don't know what's going on, but George leaving and abandoning the project has to be a big factor in all this as well.
Yeah, I mean,
quality is there when he sits around. Yeah.
If George fights with Ira Parker, is it their problem or George's problem or both? Because if he's had 3 directors he fights with, it's like, well, George, you're like a girlfriend who keeps getting dumped. There is a certain point where you kind of blame the girl.
Yeah. It says at what point is it you, George? Like, it has to be a mix of everything, because I feel like his points are valid, but at the same time, theirs might be too. And he's just not going to be reasonable with the limitations of adaptations. Because like one of the things he bitches about a lot is like color, the different color within the factions. You can distinguish who is who, and he feels like a lot of the shows don't portray that properly. And it's just, I don't know. This is his love child, even though he won't fucking finish it. But he seems really picky about every little detail.
Yes. So House of the Dragons carrying on much as House of the Dragon does. It is
limping.
Not a good show at this point.
It's limping.
TGV Monster for $2. Hi everyone. Hello to you.
Hi.
Follows up Helen of Detroit, the face that launched 1,000 Somali pirate ships. Can't believe Agamemnon came all this way for, as Gundam says, gassed up mid.
Average looking chick. Yeah.
Look, I've defended her as like, I think she's pretty, but you need to be pretty to a wide audience. We're talking about you have to be one of the most beautiful people in the world. Like that, she's not that.
You need like prime Transformers Megan Fox levels, you know.
Yeah, You need to be drop dead gorgeous and like universally, objectively beautiful, not someone who like, you know.
I guess, like Ana de Armas, I would have taken, instead of Lupita Nyong'o. Because, like, it's true, as Brooks said, she is, beautiful, but, like, nah.
An acquired taste, though, too. Not everyone's into super dark-skinned women. They just aren't. Like, that's not something rude to say.
But I'm not going to war for Lupita,
They made her look terrible, too.
Prime Halle Berry could have pulled that off.
Yeah, agreed.
Swordfish Halle Berry, throw that bitch in
there.
And
give me modern day Jessica Alba. I'm moving, bro. Moving like Odysseus, man. For real.
She's not only like not world class, but she's also dressed terribly throughout every scene she's in. She's like crying and looking ugly. She's pulling the worst faces possible.
Yep, she is. TGV Monster follows up again. Love it when characters come up with unique ways of defeating monsters, perhaps killing a vampire with liquid nitrogen. I feel like that's lost with shows.
Well, the Boys season 1, they tried with Translucent, and that was really fun. And then from what I hear, they never did anything interesting again.
No.
Because the idea of watching just regular people try to figure out a scientific way to take out a superhero, that's really cool.
Dude, it's like the Boys got like just like on that tangent, right? So in one of the episodes of the final season, you could tell how fucking lazy they had gotten with the kills because they meet another guy who has the same powers as the fast guy, A-Train, right? He's also super fast. So instead of like doing the gross or creative death, they just have this dude run through 7 people. Like over the course of 15 minutes, and that's the bloodbath for the episode.
Yeah, like
they've already shown you as well why that can't work because they've already shown you from A-Train's POV how his super speed works, and it's like the speedster scene in the X-Men movies. So it's like you actually can't you can't show people that because then they know that that's not possible, but they rely on it being possible.
Yeah, like, but after the second person, you go, okay, I'm gonna slow down around this corner because I'm already running.
That's what you think would happen, right? But no, and it's because he approaches it the exact same way. It's always around a corner. They aren't even original with it. Yeah,
that's a good pick from the chat. The ending of Godzilla -1. Yeah, that was really fun watching the strategy that they had to sink up to the bottom. And a bunch of Asians on the job. That was some good shit.
Well, that's hard work.
Peter Bidrak for $4.99. Mr. Brown Alliance members represent. Cranky old farts assemble. Let's see what the whippersnappers have to say. Yes. Old farts assemble. Good to see you, sir. DGV Monster with another $5. Uninspired hates Euphoria. Everyone who made and starred in Euphoria hates it. I feel like shows about the making of Euphoria would be more interesting. Do they all hate it? I know nothing about Euphoria.
They are all
no
ashamed
one
of
fucking
it.
likes Euphoria. Dude, Euphoria is garbage, man. It's from the mind of that weird ass pervert Sam Levinson. That dude needs to be locked up, and they need to check his hard drives because he's icky, man. It's so weird. Like, Euphoria just doesn't make sense. None of the actors, I don't even know how they got Sydney Sweeney to come back and act like a dog on OnlyFans for the new season. It's like, come on, you've advanced in your career. You don't need to do this anymore. You can just say no to Sam Levinson.
I think I read that she actually insisted on it, from what I understand. It's the only thing I've ever read about the show, but he would ask her, like, so we're thinking of doing it this way so that you don't have to do this. And she says, no, I want to do it, the actual thing, whatever the actual thing is.
I want to be a dog.
So bad, man. It's as bad as that fucking The Weeknd TV show, The Idol. Oh, God. It's like those two, it's terrible.
Star Games for $2 Canadian. Can you play Super Ring Lord Xbox of tomorrow when it releases? Yes. Otami for $5. Is BSUP the new punk rock? Yes, we are. The new punk rock is being really, really mean to people who hate Superman. I think that's punk rock, right? Kindness and goodness, unless people disagree. I think that's how it works. Joey Bag of Donuts for $1.99. Ray Pittler will return in Avengers Doomsday. I hope he will. Ray Pittler, he was underutilized in Supergirl. Intent matters for €10 if they remade 12 Angry Men today. Who am I kidding? When they remake it, what do you think the racial and gender makeup of the cast will be? I don't think they will remake 12 Angry Men. I don't think they understand why that's good. I don't think they would think it's popular. And if they did, it would only be as an excuse to say, like, I don't know, the brave foreign people will say that it's racist to convict or something. That would be a modern version of 12 Angry Men.
I mean, they've done like a TV remake of 12 Angry Men, but that was like a while back. Well, that's pretty much it. But if not, originally it was a stage play, and then after that they made the movie. And a lot of the actors who did the original stage play were actually in the movie. So that's
wow.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think that they could remake 12 Angry Men. I just think that they don't have the just like visually, I don't think they have the technicality to do so. Just these one location thing like this. I mean, now it's impossible. But in terms of casting, I don't know, man. I think I guess Chiwetel Ejiofor would probably be juror number 12. They'd probably get Matt Damon to do one of those, one of the jurors. They'd probably get half of them would be women as well. It would be six men, 6 women. It'd be 12 angry people.
12 angry people. That'd probably be great.
Yeah.
12 angry thems. Anyone who's seen that movie knows why it doesn't need a remake. It's damn near perfect. When people ask me what a perfect movie is, that's one of the only ones I can reference.
Yeah,
it'd be funny if they're trying to get like Austin Metcalf's killer off the loose. Listen, he deserves to get stabbed.
Decepticon for 5 Canadian. DCU may be failing, but don't worry. We have the Gorilla Grodd and Jimmy Olsen show, which will surely not be an incredibly cringe blight in humanity. Dude, that's not getting made.
Why is that motherfucker getting the show? Why?
Who remembers him? Not. James Gunn has said he's basically come up with this idea and he likes it. It surely can't be made. Paramount would have to be insane to say yes to that.
Well, they said yes to Supergirl, though, so who knows at this point?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm waiting for Wonder Woman to get canned because she's in the training phase now, but I don't think that movie's going to go through come 2027, 2028.
Same writer as Supergirl, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yep.
God.
Do they have a cast yet for Wonder Woman?
It's Jason Momoa's current girlfriend. I can't remember her name. She's hot. She's a good pick. There's nothing wrong with that, but I just don't think, given what is going on with the acquisition and all that stuff and Gunn's, term coming to an end, I think they'll probably scrap that as well.
Mm-hmm. Jury back announced for $1.99. Remember how WandaVision was going to set up Multiverse of Madness? Well, it kind of did.
It did. It's
in a weird
sequel
way.
To WandaVision. Multiverse of Madness is the sequel to WandaVision. It's not the sequel to Doctor Strange 1.
That's crazy.
Not really.
Yep.
It's so fucked. And they literally skipped the ending of WandaVision isn't even directly relevant, even though it sets it up, because she's suddenly all fucked up on the Book of Ashanti. It's it's a complete mess, man.
It is. What a terrific period of media that was. Sequence 909 for $4.99. Jedi says he's a Batman fan, but doesn't know Dick Grayson and Jason Todd as Robins.
That's because I fucking hate Robin, you dumbass. What the hell is that? Waste of $4.99. Says he's a Batman fan. Yes, I am a Batman fan. I'm a fan of Batman. I'm not a fan of Robin. I think he's lame. I think he's one of the shittiest concepts. I think he weakens the idea of my head of Batman. So no, I don't know who
if I
Dick
don't
Grayface
see it, it doesn't exist.
Robin. I couldn't give a shit about any of those dudes.
Fuck them circus kids, man.
Joker, awesome. Penguin, awesome. Batman, double awesome. Fuck Robin. That's my official take. Dumbass.
Oh dear. Joey Bag of Donuts for $4.99. Off topic, what makes something a cult classic? Is it the size of the audience, the passion for the product, or some combination? Does quality matter? I think there's some pretty shit cult classics, right?
Yeah, for sure. I
think
definitely. Something that underperformed first and then found a small following later.
Yes.
The thing
a
is
dedicated
probably the
following.
best example. Something that is quality, but its quality wasn't shown in its initial run, and the cults of the fans had to actually come and bring it into the forefront. So it's got to be things like The Thing for sure.
Yeah,
movies that are
not quite.
high
Not
quality,
sure The Room quite counts. I did hear that suggestion. The Room is very funny though, so I mean, I guess it's kind of a cult classic.
Blade Runner would be one, right?
Yeah, Blade Runner I think counts.
Yep.
But do you think cult classics only work because of the DVD market? Like, you don't really get
No.
streaming shows that have cults.
I mean, you sort of do have streaming movies that I guess are, well,
hold on. Like there's shows like Mindhunter on Netflix, for example, that didn't have a huge audience, but like after it got
True.
canceled, that fan base like quadrupled. So
Hannibal as well is another one. I think it's still possible. It used to be helped by DVD sales, but that was just to judge like the
even
size
True
of the audience
Detective, man.
financially.
Well,
Like,
no,
True,
well,
True Detective is something there that people would consider a cult classic. A lot of people revere season 1.
But just from the
no,
answer
that
you gave,
did well out the get go. That did really well for HBO out the get go. So I don't
Really?
think that. Yeah, I don't think that counts.
Yeah, but it sounds like
No,
we all
but I
have a
don't
loose
think-
definition for what a cult classic is now. That's the difficult thing on this. Like, what exactly
Mindhunter-
defines cult? You know?
Mindhunter got cancelled, and that's kind of like a different thing. Like a cult is something that wasn't successful, then became successful over
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
That's what I
people
mean. It
forced
wasn't
into the
successful
forefront.
when it came out at first, and then after it got canceled, people were like, "Wait, this show got canceled. What is it?" And then it got popular.
Yeah.
It wasn't popular when it was like still airing on Netflix.
Wait, Family Guy. Because Family Guy got canceled, and then people brought it back after years. I think would probably
Futurama would count then, right? But that was main like primetime TV.
I thought both of those were pretty mainstream, and then they
Yeah.
died, and then they came back.
So, yeah.
Sty Games for 5 Canadian. Panini, what if the only way to shut down the DCU immediately is if you eat steak and Jedi eats chicken? I think that's a deal
Pretty
we can
easy.
accept. Yeah.
Cheers.
Mind you, if the DCU shuts down immediately, how will we afford to eat? Big T for 1999. Maybe just put Marvel and DC on pause since they have no idea what they're doing. Even Sony. Speaking of, has anybody heard of Stunt Nuts, the movie? It's apparently Matthew Vaughn's new Kick-Ass trilogy coming out. Never, it seems. I've never heard of that. Anybody heard of Stunt Nuts?
I have.
No.
This
What is it?
this was going under the name of like a third Kick-Ass movie, and this was like rumored like 3 or 4 years ago. And then last I heard, it had been renamed to this, but like we haven't heard anything on this movie in a while. And Sam Rockwell's in it,
Man, I'll watch anything with Sam Rockwell.
dude. Right? Same here.
Hmm.
Same
Dude is
here.
so entertaining. I mean, I'd like to see more superhero flicks that are like that. You know, last week we were talking about Chronicle, Kick-Ass. You know, there's sort of like superhero movies that are their own thing, and that
Non-DC,
don't
MCU.
necessarily, non-DC MCU that don't necessarily spawn multiple sequels on their own. You know, it's like I feel like we need movies like that again. You know, stuff like Sky High. You know,
Yeah,
just
like
random shit.
A tier list of the best superhero movies that are not like superhero
Yeah,
movies.
Mystery
no
Man.
DC,
You
no
know,
Marvel, or
people in
any
the
of
chat are saying Mystery Man. Yeah, something like that. You know,
Even
like
that,
one
even that,
shot
like-
Dark Horse Comics, even Constantine. You know,
even Mystery Man I try to exclude because like that's still kind of falling into the cape shit type of thing. I'm talking like
I see what you mean.
a story of an empowered person and like how it affects their life. It doesn't have to
Something
be
like
a superhero.
Jumper, for example.
Kevin Willis for $5. Another BSUP already? Has it been a week already, or am I in a time loop? No, we were on Wednesday last time, so it has been most of a week.
Less than a week, yeah.
Sty Games for 2 Canadian. Man to Woman or Supergirl to Superman?
Penis
I
to
wanna-
vagina.
Is it true? It might be true to say that Amelia Perez loses much less money than Supergirl, therefore is a more successful film.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Mm.
There you go. Amelia Perez represents. Well done.
It's at least memorable.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. RRTNZ for 10 New Zealanders. Due to time difference, I rarely catch BSUP, so it's very nice when I can. Glad to see Movie Cynic restored to YouTube. Platoon definitely raised the IQ of Open Bar last week, and felicitations, Felix.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's good to see you when we can see you as well. And Cynic has learned not to click on dodgy porn sites now. So
Yes.
there's that.
Finally,
What an exciting drama that
learned my
was.
lesson. Yeah, learned my lesson about porn. Finally,
Sty Games, when Matt Damon said "Let's go" in the Odyssey trailer, they cut out the rest of it and says they cut out the rest of his sentence. He was really going to say "Let's go" to a better movie. Matt Damon will get a better movie, I'm sure. It's Matt Damon.
I mean, it's weird, man. Matt Damon and Ben Affleck have so many movies that they pump out, not only as like actors but as producers as well. It's so weird how many they star in. It's crazy with their own production companies.
Yep.
Captain Scarlet for €2. Ellen Page equals Lee Evans. Can't unsee it.
Oh my
Who
god,
Lee
I'm
Evans
looking at it.
is.
He was the fuck, what's his name?
Isn't he Bart the Bowman in The Hobbit?
Ooh.
Yes. And he was also the sidekick priest in The Fifth Element. So not the main priest, but the
Oh.
assistant. He has you know him if you saw him.
Yeah,
Like,
I
he has
just
a very-
googled him. I
yeah.
know the face is distinctive. I can't remember him in anything, but yeah.
He's in
I mean,
Dracula as well.
that's a bad comparison for Ellen Page, unfortunately, but she did it to herself. Big T for 1999. The MCU will be like the CW's Arrowverse. Good start, shaky middle, multiverse reset, and bring back a select few actors from the OG. Then quality still dips. Nobody cares. Fewer people watch, and then it's forgotten like a ONS. I don't know what an ONS
One
is.
night
but...
stand.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I know what those are. And that's all good. Yeah, it seems like a pretty accurate trajectory to me. But yeah, CW's Arrowverse would never have quite reached the height of the MCU, but you know, there was that.
What do you mean? They had the Crisis on Infinite Earths.
I've seen bits of that. It looks so shit.
It's so funny. Batwoman's here for sure.
Sty Games for 5 Canadian. Uninspired. What if you gained inspiration and the only way to become uninspired again is to play mixtape?
Oh, I'd probably shoot myself. Mixtape just seems terrible, man.
Just stay inspired, I guess. Like that doesn't
Yeah.
sound so
Yeah.
bad.
I'll be forced to stay inspired, man.
Life's too
He
short for
follows-
those type of games.
With Vex. What if your profile picture got arrested for his crimes and the only way to break him out of prison was to force Uninspired to play a mixtape?
Oh, it's happening then. Sorry, you're playing mixtape uninspired.
Man,
Sorry.
fuck you.
He can't go down. He is the savior of the modern world, okay? Think about it that way.
Boo.
Big T, which is better, Supergirl 2026 or The Bride?
Oh my
Ooh.
god.
That's tricky.
Supergirl, man. The Bride. Listen, I just think The Bride. I would have turned The Bride off, or I would have literally walked out if I was in the cinema, or
Agreed.
if I wasn't
Yeah.
watching it for BSUP. And even though I was watching it for BSUP, I still didn't finish the movie.
Yeah, I turned it
At
off
least-
too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
I couldn't finish
at least Supergirl. I watched it till the end, but The Bride, I was just like, "Fuck this, man."
Yeah.
So I would definitely say Supergirl.
Agreed.
I think I'd agree
Supergirl,
with
I've
that.
technically watched twice because I'm reviewing the damn thing. The Bride, I couldn't get through it at all. So there's your answer.
Mm-hmm.
I never watched it because I knew you were all gonna watch it. So.
It was right up your street. You'd have loved it. Would have dropped all your plans and made a video immediately. It's just ill conceived in every way. Christian grants for $5. There are some possibly interesting feminist takes in the Odyssey, times where he is at the mercy of women or being Calypso's sex slave, etc. I don't know if they would count as feminist, but there are some interesting women in the Odyssey. That's true. But we aren't going to get the interesting women. We're going to get like modern women imposed on the Odyssey, probably at the expense of the interesting women in the Odyssey.
How much of the Odyssey is about his wife? Because I know she plays a role. Is it like 50-50 or is it like 90-10?
You don't really pop back. I mean, it's not like the focus of the story. I still need to reread it because I haven't done it since I was like a kid. But like she's in it. She's important. She has a point of view, but you're not really like she's not the subject of the story. She's the object of the story more than the subject of the story.
Well, I'm saying, do you think it'll be half Matt Damon, half Anna Hathaway? Do you think that's what it's going to do? Like a 50-50
Yeah,
shot
it
of the
might
film?
actually be that. I could see that. We're going to be spending way more time back home because it's important. You know, home needs to represent the thing you really want to go back to. So we have to spend loads of time there to establish that it's not at all worth going back to. Indian Kid 23 for $4.99 Platoon. Is it coming home? It's never coming home. It will never be coming home until one day it might accidentally arrive here, and I can't predict that. But no, I refuse to believe it's coming home. England v France, if it gets that far, will be bad. They'll do worse against Norway than they did against Mexico as well. I can pretty much guarantee that too.
Do you see what the Mexicans did? They were trying to play music outside the hotels, the little
Yeah.
shits.
Oh yeah.
Which is doubly bad because it's Mexican music as well, which is just intolerable in any volume. But
And they're like 1,000 feet in the air, like they're in such a high altitude, listening to Mexican music.
Yeah.
Jesus. That's torture.
Captain Scarlet for €2. Ploots, who can beat France at the World Cup? I don't know that anybody can, really. I think Norway would actually do quite well against them, but I think France would have enough to overcome it. I can't really look past France winning this based on the
No, we're
teams that
winning the
remain.
World Cup, man. We're doing it, man. Easy.
Just accept it.
Yeah. Spain would put up a tough challenge. England might temporarily. I just can't see them doing it because they're set up to face a team like France. Like the whole team was picked to do that, but
I don't think England is gonna. I don't think they're gonna win.
Well, because the idea was obviously like play really, really tight at the back, low block, fast counterattack, because that works well against a team like France. The problem is that they're doing the counterattack stuff quite well, but the defense is shit. So it's I don't see them. Yeah, Kylian Mbappe against Dan Burn though, that would be quite funny. I'd watch that for entertainment value.
Dude, Mbappe and Dembele versus Kane, man, we're fucking up England like there's no tomorrow.
I have to agree, unfortunately, much as it pains me to say. Indian Kid 23 for $4.99. Reaper, go see this movie and give us the unbiased opinion. Odyssey, I suppose that's in reference to.
No, the
it was
Minions.
Minions and
The
Monsters.
Oh, Minions.
Well, I was going to, then Vex cut the legs out by saying, it's 7 out of 10.
No, it's still fun. It's still totally worth it, man. Like, trust me.
You said it was mid.
This is the
No,
problem.
7 isn't mid. Like,
When people
5
remember
or 6
that-
is mid.
When people remember that
It's
rant, they're only going to remember the 7 you gave it at the end. It just
It's an IGN 7.
No, God. My scale is like anything from like 7 is above average, like it's pretty good, and then 8, 9, and 10 are basically levels of goated.
No, it's an IGN 7.
I'd rather you go see that, and like I want to hear your take on it because
I'll
your
watch
take
it.
on Train Dreams was fucking awful.
It was great. It was perfect.
No, it wasn't. It was awful.
They beat up Chinese people. It's hilarious.
With Nilly P for $5. The reality is Greece, the Odyssey, should be as diverse as Wakanda. Also, Lupita has degrees in both film and theater. She's never heard of Homer. I think she's actually got like a master's or something in the creative arts or the fine arts. And yeah, she's never heard of Homer before, or never read him at the very least.
Probably thinks The Simpsons.
Probably does. Just empty, vacuous piece of shit. Joey Bag of Donuts, $1.99. We had a deal, Cynic. We did. We had many deals with Cynic.
That was during the
Did you ever
hockey
watch?
rant.
Did you ever watch the second episode of Game of Thrones, or was it just the first one?
I don't even remember. Probably not. No.
Like you sat there with like a big book trying to list everyone's name, and it's like you're not gonna get it in the first episode. It's a huge
way to do
world.
It's like when I watched it, I remember watching for 2 seasons being like, I really like that, but I have no idea what the fuck happened or who everyone is. Click, and just immediately restart.
Oh, yeah.
You kind of have to. You
The
can't watch
problem
that
is
show
we're not-
once and take it in. It's impossible.
We're not selling him even on Night of the Seven Kingdoms because we're saying House of the Dragon also ends in disaster as
this
well.
all blew up in our face completely.
Twice.
That's not the way to do it. House of Night of the Seven Kingdoms was fantastic, but then the one that's actually like a series in terms of like a full story you've been invested in is falling apart, man. It's like I like I said, the first 2 I still found a lot of entertainment in them with the problems. This one was like, what the fuck? Like, how do I I think
We're
that
all
was a
on a
terrible
train going off a cliff. Come join us. Cynic.
Yeah. Legit.
We're on a Titanic. Come aboard.
Decepticon for $5 Canadian. Thoughts on PlayStation ditching physical games? Do you think this will have a bigger ripple and hit Blu-ray movies and TV next?
Yeah.
It's already hit Blu-ray movies and TV, in all honesty, because you are already the digital stuff that you buy, you don't own it. It's just a license. There was a hubbub about that, and that's why they start like physical media actually made a comeback a couple years ago, and now they're a little more proactive with putting out DVD and Blu-ray versions of stuff. But I expect PlayStation to walk this back because the blowback has been so awful.
I don't. They've already got the plan in place. Like GTA is the one everyone's gonna get comfortable doing. Like all you have to do is just keep pushing it. You ride the storm, shit blows over. People will still buy digital, not knowing they're signing away the fucking, any control they have over a game.
Normally I would agree with you with that because I think gamers are like some of the stupidest people out there. Like they're just pure consumers. I'm sorry if that offends anyone, but that's why why GTA is able to come out with a digital only release because like everyone just started buying digital and that's the signal consumers sent. But like this is reaching kind of levels of criticism that I honestly didn't really expect from like anyone.
Was 2028, so you've got the rest of this year and a whole other year, and at that point they'll just go, well, it's either you buy a digital game or you don't buy a game, and people have bought the Xboxes and PlayStations. It's just a brick then, so you're just gonna go, well, I'll just have to buy digital.
That's what PCs already are, right?
PC is just been the way to go for like ages.
Well, you steal shit in PC. Yeah, that's the only way you actually own a game is the thief. Is to actually steal it and download it on your PC. So it's just going to drive some people to PC, but most people with a PlayStation, it's a closed system. You can't really hack it. You can't really download shit by yourself.
And it's a casual system as well, which is the market that isn't represented when gamers freak out about decisions like this. It's that very vocal people online are not always representative of the majority of consumers. People buy consoles relatively casual gamers who don't necessarily follow all this stuff. They are much more normally inclined. They haven't had any problems with games being glorified download codes for years now anyway. GTA 6 literally won't fit on a disc, so there's that too. You need 5 Xbox discs to play that game. And Sony will have made the calculation. It will look at the number of people buying physical and calculated the costs of maintaining a physical market, and they will have concluded that that's not worth it. There's no point. We can just cut that cost, and actually people are making more money on digital anyway. I don't know it'll hit movies quite in the same way because I think it's easier to justify that continued thing. There's a whole player market for those in a way that there isn't for consoles, and they're smaller and they can all fit on discs, which helps. But
I will say there because someone to the point that you just mentioned about they've probably looked at the numbers to justify it. So someone actually did do a deep dive because we've had enough sales reports and stuff to extrapolate, but a lot of PlayStation's most recent more popular releases have a higher physical sale than digital sale when you look at the split, which is kind of interesting.
Is it a high enough split to justify the cost of?
Oh yeah, no, it's like some of these games it's like a 71, over 50, well over 50, 60-70 split is physical over digital.
Yeah, but I guess what I'm saying is that even with the 50-70 split, or the 70-30 split, whatever it might happen to be, the guaranteed cost is you have to manufacture and produce not only the entire infrastructure, all the discs, all the manufacturing pipelines for that, but also the hardware and the console.
Right.
So it might be that, there are more popular games that are physical on PlayStation at the moment, but that still doesn't really justify the continued expense given that that's declining over time.
No, that's
maybe
really fair.
They'll change their mind, but I just don't see it happening.
Well,
that's fair. That's what Xbox did because they were having declining returns, declining player base. There was no need to keep a physical unit around anymore.
Well, Xbox also does Game Pass, and PlayStation's got PlayStation Plus, which is shit. Nobody pays for it unless you're playing games online. There's no reason to have it, so they might just try and turn it into streaming as gaming. Then try and just copy Game Pass.
I think they may have learned their lesson from that because Game Pass just hasn't worked. But that's in large part because the biggest problem for any physical release sale is actually still less the medium. It's just the fact that there is just nothing to play. I haven't touched my PlayStation for probably more than a year. Everything I want is on PC.
I just play old games.
Yeah, there's also the issue of even if you buy a physical copy, it's usually just prompts a download. The game isn't actually on that disc anymore. It's been like that for a while.
Yeah. So in a sense, it's not even news. I mean, it's just formalizing something even more clear. They're just cutting costs of the discs that don't even contain the game in the first place and haven't done for years. So
I think the fun, just on last note, the funniest thing about that announcement, because it just happened, is that Intergalactic, the new fucking Neil Druckmann game, they came out the day after on their official account being like, oh, this game will be out in 2027 and our collector's edition has a physical disc.
Nobody cares.
Nope.
What's annoying though
Basically.
is the digital costs that they'll save them, because like all the physical cost manufacturing, as you said, that won't be discounted to the players. The prices will still be 100, because GTA 6 was saying they need to elevate the prices of games going forward. It's like they want $100 to be the new standard.
They've used that argument before, where it's someone in AAA has made this. I can't remember who it was. It was a few years ago, but they were just like, "Oh, we can cut game costs now that we don't have to produce discs," and the game cost didn't go down. It was the same price.
But this is, what are people prepared to pay? I mean, I actually am totally on board with charging different prices for different games, because it's just absurd to price GTA 6 on the same level as Lord of Ring Gollum. They're not the same thing. Like, the costs involved are so astronomically different. I mean, the problem is that everyone will try and say, well, that means everyone can charge $100. They'll quickly find out they can't, because no one will buy their games.
No, it's also the fact that the quality of games on day one are horrendous.
Patches,
so a lot of exactly. So a lot of times they got to do these day one patches, and so since you have to do them, that's like one of the worst things as to why they're pushing this non-physical thing. Simply because they know that they can release games in a horrendous state while taking advantage of all these pre-orders, and then that's pretty much it.
You see what I mean? Gamers are fucking stupid, man. They allowed this.
Yeah, full circle.
Like, what's that Tommy Shelby meme? He goes, "No fucking pre-orders," and yet all game is pre-order. They've already pre-ordered. How much money has GTA 6 made in pre-orders? Isn't like close to like half? Oh god,
that's what they're estimating. There's been no official report, but I think like the tally so far is 3.2 million pre-orders.
I hope that game is shit after all the hype, and I'm so tired of hearing about it. Hey, we got this before GTA 6. Like, I really am just done with it already.
There's going to be a lot of coverage of that when it comes out. I believe on that note, we are going to have to lose Vex, because you have somewhere to be before you go. And do you want to just let us know what you're working on next?
Sure. Thank you for having me, as always. Great stream. Thank you, chat. I have a video coming out this weekend at some point. It'll be out before the 13th, 100%. So look out for that. But take it easy, everyone.
You too. Good to see you.
Cheers.
Bye.
Sid Duck for 100 Mexicans. Hi, Plats. Tuning in after the World Cup heartbreak. Lol. The stream is a mood improver. At least it wasn't Argentina knocking us out. Good luck at the next matches, and I hope to see you stream more games. Well, that's a very nice, well-reasoned, measured response to defeat and abject humiliation at the hands of the English. As long as it's better than being knocked out by Argentina, I suppose that's true, right? That's the problem. It's like England. The longer England stay in, the greater the chance that we lose to France or Argentina. It's like reverse Falklands or reverse Agincourt. Which one do you want? Yeah, we'll see how much longer it lasts. But glad to see your mood is improving. Louis Palau for $4.99. Europeans of BSUP, are you guys safe? Are you all right? I hear they're confiscating your ACs amongst other things. We never have those to confiscate, so you know they can try.
I'm dying, man.
It's rough.
Yeah, that's also partly the rave.
Yeah, no, well, it is the rave, but like it's hard, so the rave isn't even that enjoyable, you know. Because right now I'm home, but I've got 2 fans blasting on me. So it's not even fun, and you can't even go outside during the afternoon. It's so stuffy, you know, because there's no wind. It's basically just heat, pure heat. It's fucking horrendous, man. My town had I think it was like 39 this afternoon. It's too much.
Oh,
dying, man.
We're supposed to be getting we've been luckily in the 20s, but we're supposed to get the 30s at the end of the week.
Dude, what? Dude, we've literally been between 35 and 40 for the past 2.5 weeks.
That's crazy.
We had a big break, yeah, because we just luckily the air stayed over France and Germany.
Oh, dude, we've been fucking cooking, like literally cooking for 2.5, almost 3 weeks at this point.
Oitam 8566 for $2. Brutes, make BSUP play a mixtape. Abuse your power. No, I'm not going to abuse my power in this way. Nobody deserves to have mixtape inflicted upon them. It is very funny, but no.
We're gonna watch the Odyssey. That's enough suffering.
Yes, it's more than enough. Joey Bag of Donuts for $1.99. I second that. Blutz, I don't remember precisely what you're seconding, but I'm glad that you are. Always helps to have a second. Sty Games for $2 Make BSUP play mixtape after they play Lord of the Rings. I can't inflict all of this punishment on people. They have to have agency in their lives, otherwise it's like slavery. Jake Turner for $4.99. How many cigarettes do I need to get Platoon to beta read a book for me? It has Christianity and furries. I think it'd be right up his alley. I've quit, so I'm afraid no, it's just not happening. Nothing. Even if I was still smoking, it would still not be Christianity and furries. I think unless they all furries in particular. I mean, maybe the Christians do crusades against furries and it's graphic and horrible. Maybe that would be up my alley. Joey Bag of Donuts, gamers are fucking morons. Well, that's certainly an opinion. And it's true of a lot of them. Indian Kid for $1.99. No, they're going to steamroll this through. I think that is correct. I don't see Sony changing course.
It's like a politician. Like the second it's open for debate, we've already decided we're just gonna. This debate's pointless. It's all smoke and mirrors. Yeah.
Scales the JoJo for $10. It's because AAA game studios don't optimize their terabyte slop. When modders are fixing games faster than the patch team, you know why games suck now. Yep. There is a bit of a crisis in optimization. That is true. But,
it's all the Unreal 5 stuff. Like they go, you can just throw this giant rock in to match the environment, and half of it is behind the goddamn map. Oh, it's so terrible.
Joey Bag of Donuts for $4.99. What does physical even matter when you always need to be online? I'm blackpilled on the gaming industry. Only indies and retro are worth buying. Always online is retarded. The James Bond game has always online features.
Oh, what?
I don't even know what they are. But it has them.
Collecting your data, really.
Yeah, it could well be that. Oh, it will give you like performance tracking achievements. Fuck off. Again, I don't want achievements.
Every time a stupid plot point happens, you put the controller down and walk away.
And finally, Sty Games, what's more epic, lock balls or the mixtape door? I think the mixtape door, because it's the one fun bit of the game. You are allowed to draw or paint anything you want on the door in mixtape. Literally anything. So that's fun. You can have lots of fun with that. And you may even be seeing lots of people have lots of fun with that because Joe Danger's Supercut is done and may or may not be releasing at some point over this weekend. So we'll see all of people's mixtape door art in all of its glory. But yeah, nothing quite like that in Lock Balls, unfortunately. That brings us to the end. So now we just need to find out what everybody is doing with their lives. Uninspired, when you're not raving and melting, what are you up to?
Working on the Paranorman video. Normally it's going to be out this month, so look out for that. And we were talking about 12 Angry Men, so shout out to my 12 Angry Men video. You can check it out on my channel. Apparently it's pretty good, so there you go. And yeah, of course, see you guys next week on BSUP.
Neat. Pick from the only person who isn't currently muted, Repo. What are you up to next?
Oh, I was supposed to do Supergirl, and I think that's it.
Nice. Yeah, there's plenty more Supergirl coverage to be coming. Mr. Brooks, how about you?
Yep, you guessed it, Supergirl.
Nice. Cynic. What? Supergirl?
Yeah, I figured I'll do an autopsy on it, so fuck it. Yeah, I'll do Supergirl too. And then next week I'll do the Odyssey. And I'm also just really happy I have a channel still.
Yes, there's that.
Yeah. Anyone in the chat who retweeted or like commented or anything, it just helped get Team YouTube's attention, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. This weekend sucked, so well, half of it did anyway. But
then the other half was good.
Yeah, and the other half
terrorized the child, didn't you?
Well, I didn't purposefully terrorize the child, but she probably was terrified for sure. Yeah. Seeing a grown man freak the fuck out like that. Anyway, besides that, Platoon, what are you up to?
Supergirl. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
So
Okay.
Toy Story 5 video is done. I'm just debating whether or not I dump that on my second channel and then do House of the Dragon for the main channel instead as the next video. And then obviously the Odyssey when that comes out. But Supergirl is definitely happening. So that's in production, a long way down. So it'll be out soon, hopefully.
One day.
One day.
Well, cool.
Just before we wrap up, Joey Bag of Donuts, last Suppercat, and Sty Game says final Suppercat is me, and he is correct. So thank you all for hanging out. We will see you this time next week, and have a good rest of your evening. Goodbye.